Hello, everyone, and welcome to what I expect will be the penultimate installment of Trails to Azure. Last time on Trails to Azure, having gotten our friends back after they were split up and sequestered in different places by Crossbells
Noel.
and
Aram is
fascists.
talking about us three.
Yeah. We got our friends back. I rescued Jello, Austin, and Mo from their respective state-sponsored house arrest imprisonment. And together we broke back into Crossbell City, taking down the giant barrier by beating up two different fortresses filled with clowns. We went to the Moon Temple and fought Campanella, and we went to Stargazer's Tower and fought the Stahlritter and their leader Aryan Road. And they have all fucked off.
Doodling.
Now the only Ouroboros person still in the picture is
Dr. Haircut.
Mop Top Scary Grandpa Doctor. And otherwise, it's just us against the Croises and their allies. So, let's fucking take them down. If I can
is
remember.
this the episode where Wald exists?
It probably will be, huh?
I would
Unless they're
legitimately.
saving him for the
with it.
last dungeon, and I'm like, ugh.
I assume we're about to go into either the final or penultimate dungeon, but I guess I'll be wrong.
Now, let me make sure
No.
I'm loading the right save here. I think it's just... I guess it's just this. Yeah. So specifically where we left off, we had regrouped with Dudley and pretty much all our other allies in the Geo front. And then we were... Wait, no, there should
Give
be...
us even more of a reason to kick Noel out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was talking about like badly done character arcs and shit with Yam, so obviously Trails came up, and tried my best to explain Claire, and then I tried my best to explain Noel, and it's just like, listen, 90% of it is us bigging it up, but it is real bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like I might have done an oops and saved over one of the saves I would have liked to have to show off a scene. Let me check. Okay, so this is July 17th, 11:14. Yeah.
35, 37,
Okay, here's
49.
Yeah, no, that's the earliest one that's after this point. Okay, well, that's a little annoying. Or is it here? Okay, I had to stick it here. Okay. Yikes.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Bad
this is
job,
where we
Past
were.
Aram, picking an order to put these saves in. Alright. So this is actually where we want to pick up. So, right, we're grabbing Dudley.
I'm Dudley.
I'm Dudley.
Bye,
And
Alicia.
it's like, it's so funny because you could write essays on like, oh, here's how I might rewrite Cold Steel, but like honestly, if I was rewriting, I wouldn't really change anything about the first Crossbell game, but if I were rewriting this one, it'd be like a very simple like 3 bullet point thing of just make the game the through line of the game, investigating Guy's murder, and then replace Dudley or Noel with Dudley.
Mhm.
I don't understand why Noel was in this game.
Yeah.
Drive car.
Yeah, the fact that they
Chauffeur.
didn't tee up Guy's murder, like solving Guy's murder in the first part of this game and just make it the driving objective is kind of baffling to me.
Yeah, that is
To me, it's
weird.
like the most obvious thing in the world.
You
Oh.
mentioning that is like, I had the same reaction as when Jay was like, yeah, I think Yuna should have been the protagonist of Cold Steel 3. It was like yeah. Oh, wow, yeah. Oh,
Oh,
no,
yeah, you're right.
everything would have been so much better. What in the world are all of you doing here?
Oh no, I don't remember who was who.
I believe
you know
Venzel,
Venzel.
yeah.
You know, Vince? Yeah.
We haven't seen any of you since the day Kreutz was made president. Good to see you're all still in one piece. That's brave.
I have,
Scott.
I have
God.
replaced Scott's voice with mine own.
Hey guys, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I am glad to see you are all okay.
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah, somehow.
Is this one
and
me
Sweet
again?
Cleo has finally come back to me.
Honestly, you all do realize this isn't the time for small talk, right? Yeah, we all miss each other, but you know what I miss more? Some good intel, so dish, boys and girls!
We're up for it if you are.
So that's what you're up to.
We didn't have a clue of what to make of the situation, but that clears things up.
I also say something.
Not to mention Hayway and the CGF resistance forces helping out at the east and north gates. You guys have been busy pulling a lot of strings, haven't you? You have no idea.
Got us
You have
there.
no idea.
Oh, speaking of pulling a lot of strings, it's been long enough since our last stream to remind everyone I'm 100%ing down on my lawyer bad guy reveal twist. There's no fucking way. He hasn't shown up yet. That's bullshit. He's such a bad guy.
Him not having shown up yet is the only thing that really pushes me in that direction, but we'll see.
But you know I'm right now.
Yeah,
right?
no. Now that I think about it, I'm like, oh wait. With as much as this series loves to say goodbye to tertiary non-characters, the fact that he hasn't shown up is a bit of a red flag.
Deeply suspicious.
So, the magic puppets in the city haven't been attacking the citizens? Yeah, for now anyway.
We've been on alert and doing some patrols around the city to look for anyone that might have gotten locked out. As far as we can tell, though, there hasn't been a single instance of those magic puppets attacking a citizen.
Then the president must have control over them after all. Guess it's not all bad then, is it?
That doesn't mean people out there aren't scared. That doesn't mean people aren't scared out of their minds as they're stuck inside their homes, though.
Lloyd's right. The longer this goes on, the harder it's going to be to guarantee the public's safety.
Bingo. I totally read that as boingo. The guild can't sit idly by and see what happens. As far as we're concerned, civilians are in danger. That's why we're on board with this plan to break into Orcus Tower.
It is reassuring to have the guild's cooperation.
Thing is, I'd bet anything that Arios is waiting for us in that tower. He's probably got Maribel and that ogre with him, too. And perhaps some other character that is not memorable and shouldn't be in the game. Not that you need me telling you, but if you break in there, you're going to be in for the fights of your lives. We beat Aryan Road, we're good.
Yeah, we know. We beat Aryan Road, we're good.
No matter the barriers that stand in our way, we have no choice but to overcome them.
Well, alrighty. As long as you know what you're getting yourselves into. Give me a ring when it's go time. We'll be preparing until we hear from you.
Will do. See you later.
Alright. So in this little segment, we can't fast travel because there's enemies around.
Oh, look at that nice citizen.
Yeah.
Look at that large man.
I do, it's a favorite of mine whenever a video game has like a dungeon made out of a previous hub.
Yeah.
Or somewhere that used to be safe.
Yeah, I love
especially
that.
when it's like, this is not an example of one of the... What's happening right now is not an example of this, but I especially love it when it becomes clear that the city's layout was designed with that dungeon revisit in mind. I think that's really cool.
Info
We're
swapping?
talking to the newspapers.
Yeah, we'd love to. I love snitching to the paper.
Well, I'll be. You guys are planning to break into Orcus Tower? This is my disposition now.
Hey, if you pull that off, you might actually be able to overthrow the authoritarian regime. I don't know, his name's McCannon. You know, no complaints from me. Just when I thought it'd be easier to move around, this lockdown order went into place. Not to mention all our comms have been jammed ever since that blue mist appeared in our city.
Yeah, we really missed the opportunity to give Arios a brogue.
Oh, yeah, McLean. So it's affecting even normal orbital communications?
The mist must be emitting waves that are jamming the signal.
One more thing to worry about. City's gonna get more and more restless until chaos breaks out.
I hate to say it, but you're right. Mist waves. God. By the way, is all of your staff present and accounted for?
Not exactly. We still have people that got stranded while they were on assignment. Thankfully, been able to contact almost all of them, though. All of them except for Rhines, that is. He's the only one we've lost contact with.
We have no idea where he is or how he's doing at the moment.
Rhines, isn't he Grace's partner?
My guess is he's somewhere in the city and can't get in contact with us.
I hope he
Yeah.
didn't take after Grace and do something reckless. He did.
And again, he's proven he knows how to handle himself, so I'm not too worried. That about sums it up on our end. I know you guys have more important stuff to worry about, so get on out of here.
Wow, your
Are we
accent
ready?
became much more subdued.
We'll be ready to report on all of it. I'm the counterbalance, I am. We'll be ready to report on all of this when the time comes. I'm absorbing your accent through osmosis. In the meantime, we're going to pray for your success.
Tighty, 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 tighty,
Let
tighty.
the poor last one off. Crosswell can't let the regime continue.
It won't! Rhines is missing? Grace is probably worried about him too then. We should keep that in mind and try looking for him. And maybe we'll find a book.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Man,
we got the last book, for which
Oh.
you actually have to trade a bunch of stuff at 9 Volley to get chapter 14. You then... Oh, actually, I think I can show that on screen. Wait, or have I already done the trade? I've probably already
It's
done
fine.
the trade. No, okay. Anyway, long story short, you get the 14th thing, you go to Mishalam, and take them to the fortune teller, who's definitely Luciola, and you hand them over, and she's like, oh, books, cool, have a Zamirian ore.
Here, use this to beat up my allies.
Yeah.
so when you say she's definitely Luciola,
She is 100% Luciola.
Yeah, I'm quite serious, she is Luciola.
like
Oh.
it's her model and everything.
Yeah,
It's not her
she's
model,
not
it's not her
dressed the
portrait.
same way, but it is her, and it's clearly intended to be her.
Okay.
That's...
I was really hoping when she jumped off the edge of that large tower.
Yeah,
she
that
would
she'd
never
be
seen
dead,
again.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
So are we all.
Mo, have we not learned better that no one is
No one
allowed to
dies.
die in this franchise?
She used her boobs to float away.
Pretty
Uh,
much. Oh,
Yeah,
so-
she flapped them, and then she flew
Oh.
off.
Interesting technique. I thought more like air balloons, but I guess
Dots.
Tia?
something
I love
about it.
pinwheels. I could send someone in that direction.
We're in a city, Tio.
My apologies. I do not believe it is any cause for concern.
All right then. Cool cutscene.
Uh-huh.
This little like side thing you can do almost has the feeling of like a Super Mario RPG optional objective.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get that conversation, you get that little tip, and then you gotta take this little schwingle route
Oh.
out of the basement
God,
of the
I-
diner.
That
and
you
get over
never
here.
That
even know
staircase
exists.
was really hard to see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What if it was just Kia?
that would be so funny.
This looks like it leads somewhere.
Oh, could it perhaps be to the geofront? The planks don't seem to be secured to anything.
You think whoever you sensed earlier went in here, Teotot?
I believe so.
That's concerning. Do you want to check it out?
Yeah, wouldn't hurt to check just in case.
Don't we have things to be doing?
Oh, sorry. Don't we have things to be doing?
Yeah, side quests. Oh, so the passageway really does connect to the geofront.
What
Indeed,
does
it
it?
does. This would be the part of the D sector.
A French fry.
Mm.
However, only one French fry.
Down here, eat that sewer fry.
Behind that door, I take it.
Yes, there's no doubt.
What
You know,
exactly is this place? A warehouse? Take a look at the door, though. There's a window on it.
I'm not exactly sure what we're dealing with, but it definitely isn't important to make a map out of.
Yeah.
There being a window is convenient for us. We're going to do this in Theater of the Mind, guys.
Theater of the
Yeah.
mind, yeah.
Peek in and assess the situation.
I roll my superior.
Yeah, give me a roll.
Oh, it him.
It's our boy Rhines. I don't remember who plays him.
Well, it's not me.
Right,
think it's
that's
Oscar.
correct. Yes, Colonel. I called you for what? Oh, sorry about that. Force of habit, director. Wait, I think I recognize him.
Is that Rhines, the reporter from the Crossbell Times that we were just talking about?
What could he be doing here?
That's right. I'm actually a secret member of the fucking church. I'm a Grolsreader.
That's you, isn't it, SSS? Mind coming inside for a chat?
Oh.
Like, that's, I need to stress, that is 1000% something Trails would do,
Yeah.
not as a joke.
Damn, that was fast. So much for being sneaky.
Never mind that. I think we should listen to what he has to say. Just don't let your guards down. He could be dangerous. Haha, got it in one. Sorry, didn't mean to spook you guys. I'm actually surprised to see you here. Because I put up boards. I was thinking the same about you.
You're a Crossbell Times junior reporter, a photographer, Grace's partner, and...
I think what she's getting at is that's not all you are. Let's not beat around the bush, buddy. How about you tell us who you really are? You didn't bail the second you noticed us, so I take it you don't got any issues with fessing up, do you?
I don't. Running isn't exactly my style.
I'm Joshua Bright's secret second brother. Why?
As I'm sure you figured out by now, I'm from Hommel too. I work for a private intelligence agency.
Dark.
So what's
Can
funny?
you imagine if there was a
God.
town named Hommel too?
Yeah, no, it's really funny. I think what you meant, Austin, was I'm from Hommel, comma, TOO2. But yeah, no, I also
No.
processed that as I'm from the village known
The
as
sequel.
Hommel 2.
Even more tragic.
To Hom to Mel.
Intelligence agency? As in... It's a company based in the Liberal Kingdom named RNA Research.
Oh, is that the one that fucking Richard runs now?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
RNA
fun.
Research. I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before.
As have I.
You have? It's just a recent startup. Nothing special. Though I guess people know us because Director Richard is a little famous. You know, the coup.
Richard, you couldn't possibly mean the Royal Army's former Colonel Richard, could you?
I can't imagine he means anyone else, idiot.
Well, Richard is a very common name. You know who he's referring to, Ellie? You too, Dudley? I didn't play the
What?
first Trails games.
Why are you... Like, yes, obviously we know. Why do you need to ask for clarification? We're going to talk about it. What an extraneous sentence takes out his gun, brains Lloyd. He was the commander of Liberal's intelligence division and orchestrated the coup d'etat attempt 2 years ago.
Chat. Famous chauvinist Richard?
Oh, he wasn't a chauvinist. He was just using chauvinist ideology to further his plot.
Oh.
He was responsible for that coup?
Yes. Though, I heard he later went on to help resolve the Liberal X incident the following year.
Oh, I guess
Did
he's
he?
good then.
I genuinely don't remember him helping.
Her Majesty the Queen Alicia formally pardoned him after that.
He doesn't join the party or anything, but in second chapter, he shows up to fight off the enforcers when they attack the castle.
Oh, okay, okay. Does he win?
A pardon?
More or less, he and it's him and Cassius, I think, fighting side by side, managed
Would
to.
it have been Sid? Oh no.
Oh no,
you're right.
well, I think
Probably-
Sid's there too, but basically,
Yeah, he might be.
They
yeah.
they show up to fight off the four enforcers from that game.
I loved Sid because he was just Cassius if you rip the mustache
mustache
off and
off,
make him
yeah.
suspicious. I take that to mean he put his experience to work and started this research company afterwards.
This guy sounds like a real go-getter.
Look who's talking. The SSS's intelligence gathering isn't half bad either, you know. So I guess it should be obvious what I'm doing here and what my position is in this whole mess. Yeah, I can put two and two together. You're a spy. Die.
Whoa, bold. Why reveal all this to us, though? Die.
Frankly, it's because I wouldn't mind establishing a working relationship with you guys.
Die.
Could come in handy. Die. The way I see it, this little talk would need to happen sooner or later. Oh, but I should let you know that no one at the CNS knows about this. Not even Grace. Sorry to ask a favor, but I'd really appreciate it if you guys kept this secret to yourselves. From what we've heard, you and the other intelligence officers here are only observing what's happening. As long as you're not causing trouble, we don't have any intention of leaking your secret. Thanks, guys. I was hoping you'd say that.
Die.
I do still have one looming question. Orbital communication has been jammed since that blue mist appeared in the city. How is it that your communicator was able to send and receive signals?
Oh, I'm a telepath.
Oh, this thing? It's being affected too, but it produces a pretty strong anti-mist signal. With the mist, the furthest it can go is just beyond Crossbell's borders. Luckily, that's all I needed, except for when the map gets updated next game. The director just happened to take a little business trip to Altair recently. Oh, never mind.
I'm not surprised. His experience must be invaluable in a situation like this.
That ain't all, though, is it? A little box you got there looks like it has encryption built in, too. That's some military-grade equipment you're sneaking around with, pal. Die.
I think it's pretty basic compared to what an army would use. I'll hand it to you for knowing your stuff, though. Still, it should be good enough to not be intercepted by the Defense Force. Because,
Is it extant?
Yeah. Being as efficient as it is, it also costs a pretty mira, which the Defense Force does not. I'm not actually sneaking around with it at all. The Vice Director would tear me a new one if I broke it. They don't pay me enough to replace one of these, so again, I would really appreciate it if you kept this place on the down low. It's the
We're already
Geo
keeping
front.
We're already keeping your identity a secret. I think we can handle this one too.
You know how it is. Gotta cover all bases, right? Anyway, I think that about wraps things up. Sorry for taking up your time today. I'm gonna stick around and continue contacting as many people on the outside as this thing can manage. I hope you'll be careful out there, guys. Good luck with your infiltration mission of Orcus Tower. I wish I could join you, but too bad. Yeah, wait, I don't remember mentioning that to you.
Oof.
Whatever. We're short on time, so we should get going. Good luck to you too, Reigns. Be careful not to get caught again.
Look to you two, Rhines. Die.
Die.
I'll try my best. Die.
Why are we having... Okay, fine. How do you all feel about this RNA research?
They sound kinda legit, don't you think? Don't Cha think?
Yes, I wouldn't expect anything less from an agency established by Alan Richard.
Oh,
They
yes.
don't hire
Alan
men.
and Richard Company?
I was gonna say
Richard
the new
and
name of
Alan.
our intelligence agent, Richard and yeah, all right.
Pretty sure it's
Oh,
Richard
yeah.
and Amalthea, probably.
Oh. Fair enough, though I don't think we should be concerning ourselves with them for now. Let's get back to preparing for the infiltration. Yeah.
All right.
Good read.
Steel's fried rice.
Steel's fry.
Yeah, Steel's single fry. Alright. Oh, fuck. God damn it. I got stuck on terrain.
Right into the puppet.
Anyway. Oh, 'cause it's a fucking
Bandai.
ambush. I can't even... Ugh. Fine.
Yada yada.
There's one more optional thing we're gonna chase down before we bust in.
Hey there, I'm the secret final boss.
Hey, oh hey. If you find me early, you can just kill me off
Kill me.
screen.
Die.
Before you bust in, huh? Well, bust in makes me feel good.
I want to die. Oh, die.
Die!
Die!
If I
Boss fight starts.
Okay.
Ah!
For some reason, you passed Ark and Seal, and I was like, oh god. And I realized I was like, I don't think I like anyone involved with Ark and Seal. Like, they're not bad. I'm just not invested in
Yeah.
any of them. And
If,
every time we talk, whatever.
If we were
Oh, we're
bringing
going to the
Risha, I would
church.
probably have popped in to see what that scene was. But since we were going Dudley route instead, and I don't want to make an extra trip back, we're gonna skip that.
Nice. There's no blue mist at the church.
Yeah, the church even just has the normal music. Everything's
She's
fine
just-
here, I
yeah.
guess.
She's like you'll go there and Ilya will be dancing and everyone will be very impressed with her dedication.
Oh my god.
Excuse me. Would you happen to know who this grave belongs to?
You!
Die!
Die!
Huh? He never told you?
Who's he?
Well, I guess there's no harm in telling you guys.
Probably be Arios.
He had
yeah.
his reasons, but I don't think he'll mind it too much.
Pardon?
You implying we know this dude? Before they were withered away, the surnames on his
Oh.
headstone read Grimwood. This is the final resting place of the family Mr. Grimwood
Oh.
tragically lost.
Mr. Grimwoods! Ah!
Is that true?
Very, very weird for him to be like, he didn't tell you? Like, no. Even
We're
if I know
business
someone well,
associates.
they like if I know someone really well, I don't know where their family is buried to the headstone. No.
No doubt about
Her-
it. 15 years ago, Ian Grimwood lost his wife and 2 children to a horrible accident. On weekends, he comes here to pay respect to his family. The gravestone may have been weathered over time, but he prays all the same. I offered to repair it, but he said that maintaining it how it is now was enough.
I see.
Damn, didn't realize old Grizzly Grim had been through so much. He hasn't visited since independence was declared. I'm sure he's been busy.
Oh yeah,
If you'd like,
really.
you could come to visit them again. I'm sure they'd appreciate your company.
His son pops up. Die!
Died.
Yeah, got it. Whatever.
Also, like Grimwood's been like kind to us again as a business associate, but like I wouldn't
Yeah,
call us
they're
friends.
not like
Like,
friends.
we've only hung out like 4 times, and it was never.
And
It
it
was
was
like almost never
always business.
exclusively.
Yeah.
Me during that, just like he lost his family and comes here to visit them. Me taking out my credit card and immediately buying a yacht with all that money that I bet on him being a bad guy about to come in. Just like, yep, yeah, come on.
Whoa, it's the SSS!
Oh, we're reading this.
You're
Oh,
Pete,
okay.
Mr. Grimwood's assistant, aren't you?
Who?
What are you doing here, though? Where's Mr. Grimwood?
When he learned what was happening, Mr. Grimwood went to protest at Orcus Tower. He left me in charge of the office, but I haven't heard from him since.
That's
Die!
bad. Oh no! What if something happened to him?
The president may have had him arrested simply for showing his face at Orcus Tower.
Another reason to put this crap to rest as quick as we can.
Hey, Pete. Did Mr. Grimwood say anything else?
Lloyd's picking up what's going down.
Yeah, actually, he said, die! There was something that struck me as odd. He told me to clean his desk once the situation's under control.
Clean his desk.
Yeah, at first I thought he asked because he had to leave in a hurry. The thing is, even though cleaning the office is my responsibility, he always tells me to stay away from his desk. Says to leave it alone because there are some things I'm not allowed to see due to his work.
What would be important enough that Mr. Grimwood wouldn't allow you to go near his desk, though?
Secret button that leads to the evil alchemy dungeon in his basement.
Oh,
That's right, I'm a gnome.
Oh,
You know?
not interested.
Not the kind from Cold Steel. I'm just 2 feet tall
Just
with a
a-
little conical hat.
Just a regular gnome. He takes out a red hat and just puts it on.
Why do you?
And they're
why
like,
do you
well,
think
why do you have that? And what does that mean for us? Not much, to be honest.
Why do you think my body type is like this? His chest separates vertically as steam erupts from it. There's a small
A gnome
gnome inside
piloting.
him.
It's so there's leg room. Why would he make an exception and ask you to clean it now of all times?
Yeah, that suit chafes like the dickens. Let's worry about Mr. Grimwood for now, Pete. You focus on staying safe and inside.
Die.
If we find out where he is, we'll let you know.
Thanks, SSS. Good luck.
I've never seen this child in this
Yeah.
entire duology.
He's been
I
around, but
feel
he's
like
never
he's been
mandatory
in
to
the
talk
background,
to. He's just
yeah.
in Grimwood's office all the time.
Let's break in. Let's do it.
Can't stop thinking about what Pete and Quint told us. Not to mention our earlier discussions with Nielsen.
I would kill for Grimwood to be a secret reveal villain who has nothing to do with any other faction in this universe or story, and he's just got his own like evil basement, and he's just like, listen, my plans are like 25 years away. I'm just trying to lay low.
I'm trying to ride
It's like,
this one out.
Yeah, no, this has nothing to do with me. I am not allied with anyone in question.
He's just a serial killer. like that is it.
Honestly, cool.
You go down there and he's like taking advantage of the chaos, and he's got like 2 more victims than he can handle.
He's just like, before my family died, I didn't realize death was a thing that existed in this universe, and I've just been so curious.
Yeah.
To test the limits of this universe.
I'm a serial attempted murderer.
Is something wrong, Lloyd? Are you thinking?
The most I've ever been able to do is knock somebody into a coma. Yeah.
Didn't we hear that no one's there earlier?
Let's break in. Come on.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. We should get going.
I want to rob.
Oh.
This is
Anyway.
bullshit.
There's various things you can do and things around town. Some of them matter, some of them don't. But the only mandatory thing to progress is in order to do our plan of breaking into Orcus Tower, we need to grab our wheels.
It's a good thing our car is still here. Yes,
to
I
think of
suppose it is.
Didn't Dito pay for this thing in the first place? How ironic that we're about to use it to go arrest him. Big Maven read on that one.
I suppose you're right.
Not
Funny. It's kind of funny.
Not funny. Not funny.
Very hard to try and combine that with T.O. voice.
No funny.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Who cares? This girl's still a member of the SSS too. Let's hop in. and
Noel
make sure she
smiles.
still
I
starts.
love this car.
Good thinking. Oh, when we said
So-
this girl, we were talking about the car.
I know.
Not Noelle.
So this is the prototype orbital car that was developed by the ZCF. The build quality makes it obvious that handling is superb. Burp. Wouldn't mind the First Division being equipped with these. Not that I need them due to my awesome shoes.
Snooze you lose, Dudley.
Oh, great. With the state the continent is in, I can't imagine importing cars from Liberal would be a simple matter right now.
He just crashes because fucking Lloyd doesn't know how to parallel park.
That's putting it lightly.
Looks like it's still in good condition and won't have any trouble running despite the mist. I'd say the car is good to go for the operation, but we should leave the driving to...
Die.
Wait, what did you say, Lloyd? You hear muffled noises and pounding from the trunk where they keep her.
Sorry, I forgot your name again.
Yeah, if anyone's gonna put her baby through the ringer for the sake of duty, it's gotta be.
We have secured the car and confirmed it is suitable for the operation. Should we drive it straight back to the chief and the others now?
That'd be best. We still have to hear the final details of the operation before we begin.
Wait, listen.
A call's coming through the onboard communication system.
Oh, Noelle's trying to be relevant. Turn it off.
What should we do, Lloyd? Should we answer?
It just starts to. Let me out of the trunk, please.
Nope.
Please, you can't have left. You can't take the car. I'm sorry. Help me. I'm in Ian Grimwood's basement.
Just another coma. Thanks, Mr. Grimwood. You're welcome, SSS. Communication shuts off.
I think we should take it. Flip the receiver on. I want all of us to stay quiet just in case. We have no idea who or not anybody could be on the other end.
This is. This is Kilika, I think. It's
Yeah,
been quite a
sounds like
while, SSS. This is Kilika. Kilika Roran.
Oh, okay, you're a person. No way!
Is that really you, Kilika?
The Rocksmith Agency's division chief. What is she still doing in Crossbell?
Oh, we're filthy with spies right now.
Has she been tracking our movements?
Settle down. I merely predicted what your next course of action would be in this situation. I know
It's
you're
not that impressive. We went to our car.
I know you're pressed for time, but there's something I'd like to discuss with you. What do you say?
It's not that impressive. We went to our car. I'm not the one who implied it was impressive. Randy and Dudley are the ones who are like, oh, how could she possibly be here? Shut the hell up.
Fuck off. Die. What do you say to
Die.
another friendly exchange of information?
I'm not sure.
I'll leave the decision in your hands, Bannings.
Okay, in that
For-
case, I'll give away state secrets.
No, the First Division has yet to establish a line of communication with her, so I'm not against it.
Understood. We're willing to cooperate, Kilika. But not here. Is there somewhere we can meet you?
Crossbell Station. I'm in the second car of the train stopped at platform 3.
Are you
Station's
kidding me?
been-
Fuck that.
The station's been completely vacated, so there should be no threat to you on the way in.
Got it. Second car of the train, platform 3. I take it we'll be seeing Lecter there too, won't we?
Oh, he's under the tracks.
A clairvoyant deduction. We're dating. We'll be waiting for you, detective.
That
I was about
sounds
to say-
that sounds interesting. So I know that it's not true.
I was about to say, Kilika, you can do better, but like honestly, if Kilika wants to fuck Lecter for like a fun weekend and then dump him, go for it,
Yeah.
girl.
Please.
I mean, why else be a spy?
yeah,
No, that's true.
that's the
She
benefit.
is the clairvoyant one.
I love two thoughts. I just really like Kilika. I like that she's just the smartest person in every organization she's in. She's like, everyone's dumb. I'm leaving. Oh, happens again. All right, next job. And I also imagine being a person like her who's just reasonably good at deducing people's movements in this universe where everyone reacts to like out loud to everything, like, how could this happen? Do you think it gets exhausting where like she goes out to lunch with a friend and they're like and she's just like, oh, and like the waiter turns away, they'll be asking for extra ketchup. How did you know I'd want extra ketchup? Because we're friends. Why are you?
He said
Christ.
no pickles.
She said, Lecter and Kilika, excuse me. He ordered no.
Said no pickles.
He
Yeah.
thinks I'm the Lecter girl, but really he's the Kilika boy.
Hell yeah. Yes, and we'll have to speak with not just her, but Lecter too.
Ugh.
I don't think there's any point trying to avoid this.
I agree. They may have useful information for us, so let's go to Crossbell Station.
Very well.
Let's be careful and make sure we're fully prepared before going there.
Right.
But we're not taking the car.
Oh yeah, are we not? Why would we not take the car?
Why? We can walk.
Now we
the
can
car
walk
is
this
just
safe.
for the
Alright.
dungeon.
Anyway, yeah, this is a point of no return.
Oh, okay. So this train's gonna get shot up. Wasn't the front entrance sealed before? Kilika and Lecter must have unlocked it.
We're in a state of emergency, and those interlopers are doing whatever they want.
Trespassing aside, this place is a ghost town. Not too surprising, considering the Transcontinental Railroad shut down.
All of the Zemurian Railroad Corporation personnel, along with the inspection officers, were forced out of the country, too.
Kilika and Lecter are on the train on platform 3, right?
Yeah, let's make our way down there.
Make our way downtown. Walk fast.
Make it last.
No faces pass. This place is empty.
Anyway, we're here.
Yeah,
We're gonna
yeah.
go to the train.
Yeah.
Perfect.
No. Gotta walk this way. No.
I really appreciate the
Go.
chat the chat for this playthrough doesn't go like, why are you skipping dialogue? Because you can just tell when it's extraneous, because whenever I'm playing Ace Attorney games and it does, that, because it's a visual novel, and I skip it, people are like, why are you skipping dialogue? And I'm like, I can read it that fast and I can see nothing important is being said, and they never believe me and always complain about it, so I had to make it a bannable effect.
Yikes.
Oh, wow.
I'm just like, shut up. And the reason I was like, no, this is ban worthy is because like I've edited down literally like 3 digits of hours of Ace Attorney footage, and I'm just like, I check whenever people are like, oh, why are you skipping that? I look back and I'm like, did I miss anything though, frame by frame? And I never have one time. I am right always. I'm just like, okay, then I'm gonna kill you.
All right.
Time to die.
I don't remember the details of this little scene too well, and I didn't have Dudley before. I hope he gets some good lines considering who we're talking to.
I bet he won't. Oh, is this the first time we've seen Lecter in his proper outfit?
Ew.
Ooh, it might be. Oh wait, no, I think we saw him at the thing, and he was wearing it.
Yeah, I think he's
when
wearing this at the trade
Osborn-
conference, but yeah, you mostly see him in his tourist outfit in this game.
Yeah.
So, you've arrived.
Long time no see, gang.
Good to see you too.
You must have contacted us from the train's receiver.
You're correct.
Actually,
how
I've
did you
got a
know?
transponder in my stomach.
Oh, we've got cell phones. You don't. Seeing you all together. Oh, I'm sorry. What am I doing?
Austin, you're ruining die. Seeing you all together like this, you've formed quite a resistance, haven't you? You've even recruited... Yeah?
I'm sorry. If you can direct your attention to the right above that door window.
Where it
there's
says
a
va
little-
va va.
I was just looking at that, and I'm sure that's just supposed to be a texture, but it really looks like it says wah wah wah.
That's really funny.
You've even recruited the ace of the 1st Division in one of the Gralsritter's dominions. Wow, do they have different... Did they write a different
They
line
must.
for her for every pair of people
Oh,
you can have?
yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Unless you bring Noelle, in which case there's
You've recruited the ace of the
I
1st
see-
Division
I
and
see
some
you brought
bitch.
the assassin Yin.
That's it.
And some sort of Uber driver? Why am I not surprised? You already know my dirty little secrets.
Spare me the flattery.
I didn't expect either of you to still be in Crossbell. Have you been here in this train alone all this time?
Don't use a black light.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I've been poking around a bit, doing my job.
That's what I call sex.
Looks like I'll be able to head back to Arabonia soon, though.
Poking around? Just what have you been doing?
If I get up from this chair, it will make a noise as my butt gets
like,
off of it.
This place is like a movie theater right now.
Man, I mean, the foreshadowing in Trails games is great. Come Stream is hours early, and now here we are. Never mind that. We aren't the only ones who've been making moves. Someone is snooping around for the White Falcon, too.
Is that is that slang?
You know who I mean.
Yeah, Reigns. He told us he works for RNA research.
Don't tell Lecter that!
Have you been in contact with him too?
We've agreed to a friendly information exchange about what's happening. They may be a private intelligence agency, but their information network is most impressive.
True, but they lack in numbers, so they can't afford to send people everywhere. I imagine they're stretched pretty thin.
Putting that aside, I hear your pal, the Blood and Iron Chancellor, caught a bullet in the Imperial capital and is, missing. Is this really where you should be, dude?
What? Old Man Gilead?
Even had I gone back there, it's not like I could have saved him. And knowing that old goat, she probably saw him getting shot and what's happening at Crossbell coming a Selge away.
What?
How could he have possibly known he was going to get shot?
Let alone what is happening in Crossbell right now.
Old man Gileath treats the world like one big chessboard. Ugh. To him, everyone and everything is a piece to be played.
Jello privately
Chess.
frowns.
I'm sure that includes Crossbell's independence bid, manufacturing a septarian, and trying to take over the whole dang continent. Goes without saying he had pieces for the Noble Alliance whooping. Goes without saying he had pieces for the Noble Alliance whooping the Imperial Army's ass and occupying Heimdall, too. Him getting shot, mortally wounded, and a civil war breaking out as a result. Not to mention Calvard getting sent back from where they came by that barrier that was around Crossbell. The old man's game board probably played out exactly as he imagined.
That's impossible.
He must be a monster. God, they love sucking his dick. How could you expect us to believe one man can foresee all of that? He's like the Ren of political figures.
Oh.
God,
Hey.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. Hey, Microsoft OneDrive, fuck off. Don't pop up in the middle of me doing something else.
I disabled that 2 years ago. I talked to not Austin, you're Austin, Aloha,
Hi.
our other A-named friend, because Aloha played through Crossbell 1 and 2 and then Cold Steels 1 through 4 very quickly recently.
Yeah.
And we were talking about some stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, I like most of it." And he, unprompted by me, started doing that like, "It's just like Weissman" bit, and I was like, "Oh
Yeah,
yeah,"
good.
and I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember that was my least favorite part of that game." I played the Sky games. I can't imagine what it would be like for someone who didn't. He was like, "Yeah, no, it was the worst. It was the worst thing I've ever seen."
The worst thing I've ever seen, just like Weissman. While it does appear that Ouroboros is on the move in Erebonia, the real threat there may just be the Blood and Iron Chancellor himself. He's a man willing to make himself a sacrificial piece on that very same chessboard, all for the purpose of creating a firestorm and giving rise to a turbulent era. No,
Sounds like a dick. I don't know why anyone would follow him.
perhaps man is too kind. You were right to call him a monster. I thought that old man had a few screws loose, but I didn't think he was that nuts.
Do you think President Croy is aware of this?
I wonder. It may not be my place to say, but I do commend Dieter Kreuss for the performance he's been putting on. But it's just that. A performance. He leaves much to be desired as a statesman. He can't help but
He's
view-
very dumb.
He can't help but view politics through the eyes of a corporate executive.
What are you saying?
At his core, he's still just a banker. And it would seem the legacy of the Kreuss family's mission has been left entirely to his daughter.
How?
You know of that too?
Hey, we don't major in espionage for nothing, kid. The little one that the little one that you took in after the Schwarz auction. I've seen enough of the big picture to know that she's the core of that septarian they created. Well, that's just great. The continent's leading nations aren't shying away from their research. I'd expect nothing less from the Imperial Intelligence Division and the Rocksmith Agency.
I can sympathize with your frustrations, but please don't misunderstand. Knowing these things simply comes with the territory of the intelligence field. Neither of us has any designs on how to use the Septarian for our country's own interests. But, given that this incident has engulfed the entire continent in chaos, it's only natural that we'd still be here doing our jobs. Our real goal is to uncover the mastermind who orchestrated all of this.
It's me.
Mastermind?
As I said, President Kreuss can't help but be a manager, a facilitator to those around him. He's good at what he does, but not a visionary. The role doesn't quite fit Maribel either. She is devious, but her interests seem to lie more in the realm of magic rather than that of politics. As for the Divine Blade of Wind, I can't see someone as stoic and self-disciplined as him weaving this kind of scheme.
It was me, Wald Wales!
Worlds.
Cross Ouroboros and Old Man Gileath off the list, too. None of their plans make any sense. They both use Crossbell's situation to further their own interests, but neither of them are responsible for this fiasco. Someone out there put this together. Someone with fingers in every pie you could imagine. Politics, economics, foreign affairs, history. They've even got connections to the Croyce family. Knew of the DG cult and followed the Society's movements. This guy or gal has been pulling the strings in the shadows from the very beginning. They've had influence over everything.
You can't be serious. This is a Trails game. What are the odds of that?
Wait, this is a trail. We already did our big reveals.
Yeah. I've also sensed that there was a conspiracy like this underneath it all. No, you didn't, Ellie. Shut the fuck up.
Ellie trying so hard.
Shut up, Ellie. You didn't notice it.
I suspected it too, but I never said anything until just now.
Civ be like.
Indeed, it does seem there is one piece to the puzzle that is still missing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, what could we be implying by showing you this?
You don't have to.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to like see those. Those were optional cutscenes
Yeah.
for the most part, right?
I think
Oh, okay.
I think this particular branch of the conversation where they really just spell it out is only if you saw all of those.
It
Gotcha.
couldn't be.
I thought you might already suspect who it is we're referring to. However, if you don't have the evidence yet, we'll leave it at that. Time is short. Let's discuss the other matter at hand.
Well, let's go look at his desk. We could just break in now. We've got probable cause. Other matter?
Ain't it obvious? We're thinking about giving you a hand with your plan to storm Orcus Tower. That's a portrait.
Ah!
Yeah. What?
Where the hell is that coming from all of a sudden? I've gathered all the intel on what's happening here that I need, and there's really no reason for me to remain in Crossbell. However, leaving things like this would only cause me to have regrets later. While it is true that Crossbell's fate would be better left in your hands than in an outsider's, it would be troublesome for us if you could not break this stalemate you're in.
It'd be like throwing a game of Palm Party just because your opponent put a decent chain together. His head creepily and slowly looks directly at the camera. Isn't that right, Tom? Or so I've heard.
That might be oversimplifying it.
Suspicious. When did you get your hands on a Palm Party account, Lecter?
I love that that's what she focuses on out of that.
I love Tio. Having you two in our back pocket would certainly improve our chances of success. The best course of action is to talk about this with Sergei.
Yeah, I agree. We'll take you to our current base of operations. You can follow us. No, we'll take the
we
train.
can't get off of these couches. It's dried.
Since I was playing without a guide, I didn't know, oh, go and talk to this guy in the graveyard, and then go talk to this kid in Tally's general store, and then go look at Grimwood's law office. And so I did not get the, hey, by the way, it's Grimwood part of that conversation. I know, because while I wasn't surprised per se, I didn't actively call it before the reveal, because they got me by making me assume we'd done all the reveals.
Yeah.
That's how Trails
That's
gets
how
you.
they get you. Yeah.
That's what they did with I don't know if I'm allowed to say their name. The Anguis reveal at the end of the first Cold Steel game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
No!
Yeah.
You guys did it.
Clear!
No.
Meow.
Meow.
Oh, that's
I
all
hope-
they've got guarding this place? We can just walk in.
I hope Michelle is driving that.
Beginning
Michelle
assault.
didn't come.
Cars. Government the cars.
Okay. Good job.
Keep
Oh, wow, the
shooting them!
bracers.
Keep shooting them so the guys with gloves can go hit them and kill them!
Oh.
Take this! Oh yeah, I forget Lecter actually fights.
Nice.
You're up!
Very well.
Breathe into it.
I like Kilika's 70s ass crossbow design.
Yeah.
Taito doesn't pull it. Taito doesn't pull punches, does it? Taito? Oh yeah.
Kilika, I've got your back. I don't remember if this was me. Very well. Whoever you are, let's show them the might of the Taito school. You're at it.
Me walking over to my friend to turn away from the enemies and face them to directly have a conversation. Look at him go! They're going to steal the show at this rate.
Does Lecter fight with the same sword style as Chloe? More or less. He fights with a
that would
rapier
make
anyway.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Leave some for me, why don't you? I am.
It does nothing. He used an art.
Lecter and Chloe's relationship is like I don't know if they ever touch on it again. I know Chloe's in the later Cold Steel arc games that
There's
I
probably
didn't
like
play.
an optional
There's
conversation
a
where she brings it up, but
conversation,
it's not relevant to the plot.
Oh.
It's because their third friend also shows up. And then I think Angelica lusts after her or something gross. Guess it's time.
Let me call Angelica to lust after her.
Special support section. Charge. We've opened the way. The rest is up to you. Roger!
I don't know why I did that in Lloyd's voice.
Hell yeah. Holy hell yeah. Drive through the front door.
Driving
Man, it's a
into
good
the
thing they
elevator.
didn't. It's a good thing they didn't build the fucking metal shutters again that they had in the last game.
Impenetrable metal shutters. Route.
We are dying.
Abus is going down.
All right.
Season.
Armor down to 70%.
We won't last like this.
Enemy ion accelerating.
Ugh, this is bad. At this rate, I'm gonna have to pull it out.
Lecter 5 minutes ago.
Zip.
Father Graham?
Mother Graham?
You don't.
Oh, sorry. I read that wrong. Father Graham.
Father Graham!
You don't mean.
Wait, it's too sudden.
If I can't stand my ground here, then what right do I have to succeed your sister's name? What? Gonna need your help, boys.
That's a reference to the plot of
That
Sky
sounds
the
like-
Third.
Sky the Third.
Understood!
That one's me.
Preparing for stigma.
I
No, you're-
stole her jello!
Kevin.
Easy there, Reese.
Someone clipped it. I ended up. There were like 5 in a row in our last Ace Attorney sitting, so I just started reading, and no one knew what I was doing.
You're not off the hook, you know. I still need you to track the enemy.
All right.
I have
Oh,
no
yeah.
idea what his stigma does.
Blue seal of mine, shining from the abyss. Radiate down from the heavens and illuminate this purgatory.
Just concentrating on the Merkaba's orbital power.
Stigma recognized. Commencing deployment.
Charge. Fuck. Change detected at enemy ion. It's deploying its main weapon and making a charge for us.
As the fifth dominion, the thousand-hand guardian, I command you. Stigma Cannon Megiddius! Activate!
What's this?
What's this? There's something in the air.
What's this? Boom! Ah, whoa, we're dead.
Man, why do you need a stigma when you've got assault crossbow?
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah, I do have a salt crossbow.
Don't know who either of these are.
Oh.
See,
well,
it's the
it's,
Blue Iron Potter Modder.
Oh.
What the heck is with this thing?
Its energy source must be the power of the Septarian itself.
It doesn't matter. Potter Motter won't lose. He would never lose to the likes of you. And neither will Estelle, Joshua, and I. We won't surrender. Oh, fuck.
Oh, no!
Ah!
Shit, fuck!
Gar.
Die.
Making the robots kiss. Mwah.
Damn.
I really can't stress enough how uninteresting
Yeah,
this is to me.
Potter Motter! Take this!
Ren, no, that's an art!
You can't! It won't do anything!
I'm willing to play along with your joke, even though it's at my expense.
Thank you, Aram. I think we've all changed as people over the course of these games.
Damn it!
Oh no. Are they gonna kill Ren?
No, I'm too far away!
Ren!
Oh, Potter Motter gives his life.
Whatever. No. Oh my god.
Oh,
He's gonna get an iron giant.
yeah.
What the fuck?
Superman! Potter Motter, what are you saying? No, no, you don't have to! Please don't! Superman!
Guys, I'm sorry. Potter Motter is an inanimate object. It's not a sentient.
You stay, I go.
You are who you choose to be.
Man, it's
They
a good
really
thing I wasn't
wanted
in the
to
front
sell that.
trunk.
Noelle just breaks down crying.
She's gonna be okay. Her internal systems are still fully functioning.
Who told you?
She's
you
looking
could
at the
talk?
windshield, which is reflecting her own crying face.
It's just shattered, like glass. It's just shattered in the glass. She's like, "Who am I?"
Two people in chat at the same time. Not even the car can die.
That's good news. She has made a world of difference for us, unlike you.
Absolutely. Die.
We will have to.
I literally thought she was going to say,
We will have to pay our respect.
I was like, guys, you can't even kill off an inanimate object.
Well,
Once we
Potter
are
Motter
done
just
here.
died, I guess.
Yes, I'm including that in my accusation.
Oh, you know what? I bet. No, well, you don't see. I guess you don't see her with it later, but I would not.
Yeah, no,
be
Potter Motter
surprised.
is destroyed for real here.
Yeah,
That's
I would
why
not
he
be
never
yeah.
appears
surprised.
again.
Good, but like, it's in that way where it's like, Potter Motter has moved on because Estelle and Joshua are her surrogate family now. But like, also, Potter Motter's use as a thematic element had no place in anything in either of these
first
games,
place.
so it doesn't matter to me, and it's still an object.
The enemies outside haven't let up.
There must be no limit to how many of those things can be generated.
We ain't got time to worry about that right now. Let's get to the elevators.
Agreed. Remember the plan. 2 members will remain here on standby to guard our lost car. Make the call, Bannings.
Obviously, Noelle. Understood.
Stick with this.
Yep, that's it. I think Risha's like, you really left me here with Noelle.
How dare you?
I'm just really stuck on how they just tried to sell that fucking clunky ass robot
Yeah,
as this like big emotion thing.
it's
And
funny.
then he picks up the other robot and flies into the sky as you fade to white. Are you fucking I'm in shock.
It's funny because 99% of the time we're like, man, the action with the potato babies is honestly so much better choreographed and expressive, but not so much with the robot models.
Though
These-
I wouldn't say they're better in Cold Steel.
No, they're
though.
not.
Yeah.
It looks like we can only travel to the 21st floor right now.
According to Chief Roberts, there should be a terminal separated from the orbital network on the 30th floor. It will be impossible to hack what remains of the building until that terminal is breached.
I guess that means we gotta make the trip from 21 to 30 the long way. But ain't those supposed to be empty maintenance floors? What gives?
Yeah,
That must have been a
obviously.
fabrication.
Obviously.
We're standing in the core of the Croy family's obsession. The tower itself was planned in conjunction with the ritual they put Kia through.
God damn it.
There were things about the building I found strange during the security detail for the trade conference. I can hardly believe they were brazen enough to construct something like this inside of a public building. It must have... I can't read. It must have been designed with the height of their magical science. And their ability to go, no, don't go to those floors. No, they're secret. It was like, how could they have possibly contracted this in secret with all their builders? Well, they just had Joachim, and he was just like, yeah, I can just build anything by myself. It doesn't matter how fucking impossible it is. I would have preferred to make a preliminary investigation before things got this bad.
In any case, we should be prepared before continuing onward.
You're right. Arius and the Red Constellation may be further ahead.
Yeah. And Kia.
Lloyd, are you falling? Are you clipping through the thing? Are you dangling down below in the elevator shaft?
What?
Very far. You sound like you're 10 feet away from the mic.
10 feet? How did that happen?
Oh, I thought you were like doing a bit because you were still like up from your computer.
How about now?
Nope, sounds the same.
So this stupid thing uses my headset mic and I
There
had
you
it on
go.
backwards.
Ha!
No matter what's in store for us, we have to push through. We can't let down the chief and the others who allowed us to get this far.
Absolutely.
We wouldn't dream of it.
Randy says something too.
Dudley does not. I love that. Wow.
Yeah, I'm kind of about the visual design of this fight.
Yeah.
It's like something out of Earthbound.
The best part of this is that they have the signs.
Yeah.
So they had a crew in here. Like, wow, I can't wait to see what escape room they have built.
Orcus
Oh,
Tower,
laser tag
thaumaturgical
arena.
sector. What
The
an elaborate
thaumaturgical
prank.
sector. Yeah.
Why did they label it?
Oh,
Why
this
are
is-
we in the end game of Sonic Adventure 2?
Oh, we're also at the beginning game of Cold Steel 4.
Yes. You
Oh,
come
yeah,
back here
actually.
for
Same
the
place.
intro segment of that.
Oh, they didn't disassemble this thing? I do like this music.
What?
Correct.
The hell is this?
Yona Sacred
Yeah.
added gamer colors to the SI.
Incredible.
This must be the quintessence of their magical science.
How did they build this?
Built
Who
it.
built this in secret? This required a crew. They built the building around it. You can't have this here.
It's a very good question.
Ouroboros just lent out they sent out a crew and then had them all killed.
A fusion of the Christ family's alchemy and cutting-edge orbital technology.
I have to say, for some reason I wasn't expecting this big of a reaction, but I guess that's because
It was just like
I guess that's because I've played this game before, so I got here and I was just like, yeah, whatever.
it was just like it was like the thaumaturgical sector, the hallway was such a we were like, oh man, this is kind of ridiculous. And then we enter the tower and it's like, come on.
This building is windows. It's wall-to-wall windows. You can see this from outside. How did they hide this? We're staring right into the depths of their millennium-long delusion.
The delusion that they could keep this a secret.
Guys, I know Ouroboros is still a candidate, and I think this is an insane thing to say. I think the Croix family are the worst villains in the Tales series. This is so stupid. They did not think anything outside of the language
okay.
of this is an RPG.
So in
Dear
defense
Christ.
of the
Well,
tower,
you see, it's just a very elaborate nightlight.
in defense of the tower, I do not think the windows do go into this section. And so this could be like the oil rigs that exist in LA, where they just build buildings around them.
Maybe.
Chat, my machinations lay undetected, for I am a master of deception.
But they had to contract.
Yeah, they
someone
definitely had to
No, it
contract
doesn't
somebody.
matter. But like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, they did definitely somebody built this.
Countless people were sacrificed. Yeah, the workers, the entire crew that fucking soldered this together.
Do you think Dieter, with his infinite money, was just like, you'll build this, you get amazing hours, union rates, full healthcare and dental, and they're like, yeah, we'll build whatever this rich guy wants, and we won't talk about it.
Yeah.
But don't tell nobody.
You can't, because you
But
can't
don't
kill
tell
off
nobody, and then they're like, all right, it's coup time, and all of the construction workers at home are like, wait a minute.
and they're like,
Does this
why
have
don't
to
we
do
just-
with the thing?
why don't we just kill off the entire crew? You, my dear fellow, you can't kill someone. Physically,
Yeah.
you can't do it. My God, the entire construction crew for the middle 10 floors of Orcus Tower all went to the hospital.
My God! Wait, no. They're in his basement. They're in Grimwood's basement. That's how he.
You know
connects
what?
all of
Maybe
this.
I'm holding out for it. Maybe Grimwood's machinations can save the day. All right. Even now,
they're burdening Kyo with the fate of a Septarian. Whether or not what they've created here will give Crossbell a better future isn't for us to decide. Nevertheless, it looks cool, right? Kia, Arios, Dieter, and the others are waiting above us. And the others, there is one other, it is Wald.
I haven't mentioned Wald one time. It's so funny.
We have no choice but to break through. Let's do this, guys. We'll end their deluded fantasies of the past and seize Crossbell's present.
Right.
Roger.
Gotcha!
Good to go. Wazy.
Do love the BGM here. Hang on, it's about
The
to
music's
drop.
very good.
Here we go.
Did you use this in Aram Pain at some point?
I don't remember. I had it in my jukebox for the most recent Aram Pain. Actually, specifically the Cold Steel 4 retouch of it, which plays when you revisit this. But I don't remember if I ended up playing it or not. It would certainly have been on brand. Anyway.
I guess you're just going to be save jumping. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah. So we go through here. There's no mini bosses of consequence prior to the 30th floor here.
You like this place that I built? I built it for my never-ending rave.
Can you imagine if we got up this high and then one of these shutters was down? It's like, there's no way someone can get through this shutter.
I love that they're making you do this.
Yeah.
It's actually
the stairwell dungeon. Here we are. Oh my God! It's the stairwell at San Japan as a dungeon.
Oh God.
That legitimate. I can't believe we watched As Above, So Below before that.
That's hilarious.
Chief Robert said that there should be people hiding on this floor, but where are they?
Is that you? I don't know who this is. Oh, it's this guy.
It's me and all of the construction workers who have been in here since the tower was built. Vice Commissioner.
What are you doing here?
I should be the one asking that. I came here to protest to the Secretary of Defense about martial law being declared yesterday. Then I was restrained and brought to this floor.
That would explain it. That's what happens when you protest martial law.
You can understand our surprise. I never expected you, of all people, to start asking questions.
I mean, in a world where you can't be black-bagged and dropped out of a helicopter, yeah.
I mean, you can't die, but you can
Yeah.
be black bagged and dropped out of
I
a
guess so. Yeah.
Who'd have thought you actually had the stones to oppose the President and Secretary of Defense?
Well, he's
What are
just
you
a
trying to
writer.
say? Enough about me. You all do realize you're wanted by the Defense Force, don't you? What in the goddess's name are you doing here?
I'm telling. It's a bit of a long story.
Wait a second. You are a part of the IBC's technological division, correct?
Yeah, my
Yeah.
name's David, one of the researchers there. Or I was. Lady Mary
My last name is David. My first name is Researcher.
announced that our division was being dissolved yesterday. My partner had already left, though, so I was all alone when I was escorted to this floor.
Thanks, Sugar Cube. I'd advise that we all confirm how much we know about the situation before proceeding. Great. Oh, we're actually talking to these people?
That's what's going on. The situation here has been deteriorating ever since the declaration of invalidity. Hey, why did things come into this?
I read that his reception is little.
Feels like we're in a bad dream. We can't think.
Still, it's good to know that Clay is okay and helping out Chief Roberts. That would
Who?
explain why the efforts to hack the tower have been picking up in the past couple of days.
I have a question, Vice Commissioner.
Who are these people?
I don't give a what the fuck. Who among the President's security detail have been tasked with guarding this floor?
About that, none of them are here. Not the President, Maribel, or Secretary of Defense. Not even the Yakers have been staying here. Sorry to tell you that the girl you're looking for is in another castle.
Oh, I was afraid you'd say that. But also, why haven't you left?
If they're not here, then what floor are they on?
Why haven't you left? We heard the exit was on the 4th floor, but we can't get through the fucking stairwell!
We may have to rely on Chief Roberts to get us that information. He is
We're
scanning the upper
searching for the
floors as we speak.
brunch.
Oh my god.
We wanted
That
to
might
see if
be
there
the
were
most-
any hors d'oeuvres left over from the trade conference.
I think that's the most upset my friends have seen me in like 5 years in either direction. That day.
Yeah, it was rough.
It was an awful day.
In that case, let's take the opportunity to scope out who else is on this floor. Someone here might have some valuable info for us.
Yeah, speaking with the others is the best we can do right now. Oh wait, no, we can actually do something.
Wazy is like holding up a gun and holds it back down. Will you continue looking after this area, Vice Commissioner? Yeah.
You don't need to ask. I have got it covered. Just don't do anything too reckless, got it? Be careful out there. You were caught here, all your efforts up to this point would have been for naught, wouldn't they?
Got it. We'll be careful.
I'm not really sure why they suck you into that conversation, to be honest. There's only
Yeah,
one
who?
person of consequence to talk to. They're in one of these rooms. Yeah, here we go.
Baby.
Oh.
Aw, there's the baby.
She's so cute.
Yeah. Father, why are you...
Finally, my eyes open and all I see is bullshit.
No.
Shizuku!
These windows are painted on. Oh, never mind.
Oh, thank goodness you're okay.
You were brought to Orcus Tower too, Shizuku?
If I'm being honest, I kinda thought your old man would have stowed you away somewhere else. But whatever. Glad you're safe and sound, kiddo.
Baby.
Randy, Ellie, and Tio, too. It's really you. This is what your faces look like.
Aww. Shizuku, can you?
Has your vision returned?
It has, thanks to Kia. She used whatever strange power she has to reconnect my optical nerves. Everything's been coming back. Not just light, colors, and shapes, too.
I can listen to
Power.
music.
Her power is unbelievable. So, the power variant of Zero can affect living things, too.
Miracle or not, isn't it great?
It is. I'm proud to hear that Kia would still help her friend like this.
Alternate read. This is what your faces look like. Disgusted.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever be able to thank her enough. But
But
The baby Shizuku.
What's wrong?
even when Kia was smiling, I could tell she was suffering. She said there was something she had to do, but she was in pain. It was like she was trying to convince herself instead of me. I know that deep down she doesn't want to be helping Mr. Croix or the others. All she really wants is to go home with you, Lloyd. Of course. Why is Kia doing this? And why is Father?
Shizuku.
I've decided to insert myself as the character of importance in this cutscene.
Thank you for always caring for Kia. I know this hasn't been easy on you. Oh.
Hey, wait, Shizuku, your mom died, right? That means you have the genes that allow for people to die. We need to be really careful protecting you. We're here to take
people to die. It's very recessive.
It's like
you bunny made of bread.
It has the same rhythm as like powder that makes your bones hurt, genes that allow you to die.
I like to imagine just like oh, fuck's sake. Hang on, let me shut my phone up.
We're here to take Kia back, Shizuku.
Potential spam, great. I'm glad it interrupted my funny joke.
Funny joke.
This will be worth it, I swear.
Hey, before Jello gets back, do you know where she, Arios, and the others are
So,
right now?
I like to imagine a full classroom of kids doing that thing where everyone's like, "Oh, can you roll your tongue? Can you like shake your eyes?" And everyone's being like, "I can do that. I can't do that." And someone's like, "I have the genes that make it so you can die." And they like cut themselves a little, and like a little blood comes out, and they're like, "You can bleed? Wow!"
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't told anything. I haven't seen Kia since yesterday. But Father told me to give you something if I saw you, Lloyd. Die!
He did?
McLean left something. Hey, have we told Dudley that Arios killed Guy yet?
Not on
don't know.
screen, I don't think.
A package?
Father said you should have what's inside, Lloyd. Please
Like
open
Guy's
it.
Sure.
Yeah, it says Tonfuzz.
Wait a sec! These are...
These are guys.
There's no mistaking it. These are Guy's Tonfuzz. They're the same ones that were missing from that crime scene and have never been found.
God, if only we knew who killed him.
Everyone, look at the Knicks. They're gonna take it all this season. Knicks to the end, World Series, baby. Are they from a sword? Wouldn't that mean that? I guess Wazy might not know either.
Wazy
I guess they
wasn't
didn't
there
tell
either.
him. Wouldn't that mean that Guy Banning's killer really was?
Green Schwarzer.
Lloyd.
Oh, no, come on, Austin. You doesn't kill anyone.
Oh, yeah. Cassius Bright.
Green.
I think the way I interpret Wazy's line there is they told Wazy that Arios said
But
that,
he
but
believes
he's
it
taking
now.
this as
And he's
confirmation,
confirming
yeah.
it, yeah.
Maybe the same is the case for Dudley. I guess I assume that's what the deal is.
Sorry. I'm so sorry, Lloyd. What my father did was unforgivable.
Oh, that's okay, Shizuku. There's no reason for you to feel responsible. Besides, I'm not fully convinced that Arios is the one that killed my brother. I think there's still a part of the story he's not telling us.
Lloyd, are you eating mac
What?
and cheese right now?
No, it's a burger.
For real?
Burger Boys.
The cuts on his tonfas do say that the two of them were locked in a violent fight, unless the Divine Blade of Earth was among them. Ian Grimwood. Based on how many blows they took, I would say the Divine Blade of Wind and my brother were evenly matched. But don't forget,
Guy's death was the result of being shot in the back. Isn't that right, Bennings?
Exactly.
That means
Mind if I read the letter now, Shizuku?
Okay. Lloyd, allow me this opportunity to return to you what I should have a long time ago. I'll leave it to you to draw whatever conclusions you'd like about what's inside. What I will tell you is the White Ion is using the bell's resonance to control the magic puppets in the city. If you can manage to defeat the White Ion, they will also be silenced.
he means
That White Ion, the same one we saw through that portal thing back at Michelin, right? That's the one that wiped Corellia Fortress off the map.
Yes, but it should not have been able to use. It should not be able to use spatial annihilation anymore.
Regardless, just what is McLean playing at by telling us this?
Oh,
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, custom animation! Hey!
Lloyd,
Wow, they look like they were made for you.
yeah. It's almost strange how familiar they feel.
My brother used to beat the shit out of me with these things.
Thank you for holding on to these, Shizuku. We'll take it from here. We're going to find Kia. Arios, too.
Alright. I can tell Father's been burdened by something for a long time. He's been doing this for me. For Mother as well. He must believe there's no going back anymore. And now...
It's going to be okay. I believe in my heart that Arios isn't past the point of no return.
We'll forgive literally anyone for anything in this franchise.
trust us. We're gonna bring your father back home. We promise on the honor of the SSS.
Sure, but first, that old man of yours deserves a spanking for making his only daughter cry.
That he does. We will put a leash on him and drag him back here if that's what it will take. Shut up, Ellie. Keep it holstered for 2 seconds, girl.
By putting a leash on him, it will render him susceptible to my dog communication.
Bark, bark, bark.
Do whatever you have to.
It was such a good joke the first time everyone was like, oh my god, you can talk, and Tio is like, why are you guys wigged out by this? Oh my god, he said it out loud.
Yeah, that was a really good one, yeah.
Setting aside this talk of bringing back McLean, where exactly have the president and his collaborators run off to? Kia isn't around here either.
I know.
Arios left the message for us, and maybe there's still something else for us to find in the tub. Oh.
Snake!
Oh, hey.
Oh my god, he's gonna do it, finally!
Holy fuck! Character development! Hey, Lloyd and crew! I finally managed to unlock the security on the elevator!
Who the fuck are you?
Chief Roberts! I'm the mandatory palm party fight you beat! Don't you remember me, your greatest palm rival?
Okay, you did?
That's perfect. Now we can.
Oh, wait a sec. Thing is, there's hardly anyone left on the other floors. Or at least that's the impression I'm getting from my search.
That would mean...
For real? Where the hell are Kia and the others? There's something you need to know. There's someone on the roof of Orcus Tower right now. They have that white ion with them.
Huh.
Will the elevator take us to the roof?
Yeah, it should be fine. I've already released the lock, and you can use it to get there. Be prepared for anything if that's where you're headed.
We will be.
Thanks. Talk to you soon.
Man, I can't wait for the fucking dramatic fight against Vald Wales.
It could be that professor from the society, or maybe...
No way to know. Just gotta get there if we want our answer.
The nearby elevator will take us straight up. We can also return to the first floor if we need to make preparations.
Let's go.
If we need to
Or
get...
if you'd like to
If we need to get... No,
that-
I couldn't even finish it.
Or if you want to revisit that wall of windows where I snubbed you for our hangout event.
That was in the IBC, unfortunately. That's blown up.
Oh, in my brain, they're the same building.
Mm-hmm.
It's me, Chief Roberts. Same conversation.
Thank goodness you're all okay. This is the 9th Merkaba coming in.
Fran!
You seem
You
to
seem
have
to have
successfully infiltrated
Sorry.
the Shut up, little girl! How was the
You
operation?
can't talk to me like that. I'm not my sister.
How was the oh damn. Holy shit, holy fuck. I'm putting this on comms. Noel, you hear that shit? Jesus Christ. How is the operation progressing?
He's like, Noel, you hear this shit? Noel's at the car still. He just doesn't even realize that she's not there. We're nearly at the top, actually.
We'll fill you in on what we know.
Understood. Then you should be done shortly.
Heads up! That white ion on the roof just put up some kind of barrier with a 100-arch radius. So don't expect us to get close and provide cover fire or anything, got it?
All right, understood.
I guess we'll be handling this monster all by ourselves.
By the way, the other 2 ions have seemingly been taken care of. One by Father Kevin's Merkaba, and the other by Estelle and her crew.
You don't say.
That is welcome news.
That's what I'm talking about. We'll take those W's.
Listen up, you guys better come back here alive.
Ardios be with you. Please, be careful.
We will.
Roger that.
Randy would say W's, yeah. I love how they've chosen to localize Randy in this but like, we'll take that W, and if this ain't a bruh moment.
The local is, especially because he's voiced by Jonah Scott, who's a giant fucking meme lord.
No! Kevin!
Do you think they'll let me show up in the Cold Steel tetralogy?
Yeah, buddy. I'm sure they will.
You'll get to go up north to Erebonia to play around with all the other Gralsritter.
Maybe the head-on approach wasn't so smart after all.
You reap what you sow. You know what happens when you release your stigma like that in the real world. If Rufina were here, she'd be dragging you back to Arteria by your ear for being so reckless.
Right. Can't imagine the boss lady's gonna be too pleased with me. Not to mention the Merkaba. Hope she doesn't take it out of my paycheck.
You guys get paid?
Hell, she might even find a way to fire me if it turns out to be totaled. Hey, if that happened, I could start all over from the bottom as a squire again. And then, someday I'll be supporting you, and you can boss me around.
Shut up, you fool.
Oh.
Hey,
Thank goodness you're safe. I was so worried. We're still so far away from realizing my sister's dream. From a world where everyone can be... Yet you almost... How could you be so reckless? You nearly...
Reese. I know. There's still so much more we need to do.
Don't grab my boob!
And hey, I know I can be reckless from time to time, and that's probably not going to change. But that's why I need you here. So, please stay by my side.
Die! Of course I will, you stupid idiot. As if I could ever leave you all by yourself.
Me trying to act the shit out of that scene, having no idea what
Yeah.
I'm feeling.
No, yeah, it's pretty much, yeah. They are friends / love interest.
Not Pottermore.
You're okay, aren't you, Pottermore? It'll be alright. This is nothing Grandpa can't fix.
Yo,
Oh,
I'm
that's
gonna
so
get a
good.
refill on my drink. Don't pause.
Let me,
I'm gonna dip my fry in the Frosty. Oh, good. You'll be good as new in no
I'd be
time.
as good as this Frosty Fry.
I'm eating Potter Mater. He'll always be a part of me. No, don't say that. Well, it's not true. It's not true.
Ren, what are you doing?
Ren? Oh boy. He sustained critical damage to his logic unit. I can tell these things. And you know, there's no backup system for Gordius class archaisms. Superman.
Potter Mater.
Cuts to a screw beeping in Antarctica as the last shot of the movie.
It'll be all right. We'll fix you. We'll.
It's okay. He'll become one with the earth now.
No. No.
Yeah,
You know,
boy. This is a little bit of a downgrade from your previous appearance, huh, Ren?
Chat. Oh no, I feel nothing. Let's see.
we
Oh
gotta
man.
teach a young girl about how to deal with grief when a pet dies. Unfortunately, this little girl is also a murderer, so you feel like it would be a little easier. It's not. It's not.
Just
Fucking they following up that like great scene with Shizuku, who's a really good character. It's like, sorry, no.
well, well. I was not expecting our uninvited guests to make it all the way to the top.
Why? You didn't have any security.
You skipped over it. You loaded past it like a bitch. I saw you.
No.
Uncle, what are you wearing? God.
Dieter! Cool suit.
Welcome,
Yeah,
ladies and
yeah,
gentlemen.
no, that looks slick.
It's been a while. I regret to say that I don't recall making lunch plans with you today. Are you sure you have the date and time correct? Wouldn't you prefer to come back later?
Sorry for barging in without an appointment. This is one rain check we won't be taking.
Ew.
Shut up.
He like without looking fist bumps Randy.
Disgusting.
He goes to fist bump Randy and just punches him in the chest, and Randy's like, I'm not gonna sully the fist bump for that.
You cannot overlook your false declaration of independence or unleashing magic puppets on the city.
I love that line.
Why don't you
so
save
much.
us some time and hand Kido over to us? I wouldn't be opposed to that at all.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Great.
what?
I think there's been a fundamental misunderstanding. Kia is not being coerced into cooperating with myself and the others. As you know, Crossbell finds itself in a precarious position. There are multiple threats to our state at the moment. That is the reason she's cooperating with us. Kia is protecting Crossbell of her own free will.
Is that what you believe?
If you say that as if you didn't put her up to it, as if you haven't orchestrated everything. You were the one pulling the Red Constellation strings. You sparked our move to independence by ordering the raid on Crossbell City. It was also your decision to have the IBC freeze Imperial and Republican assets, further placing our state in grave danger.
Whether you're telling the truth or not, it doesn't justify what you've done. You thrust the burden of protecting everyone on Kia to force her to consent.
Ha! Who'd have thought behind your press suits and pearly whites was a lying son of a bitch?
I run
That's
a
a
bank.
good line, Randy.
Actually, that was me. And then the white ion folds itself
Down
into
into
it like folds
Grimwood.
itself down into Grimwood.
I called you Dieter when we got here because there is no independent state of Crossbell and no President Croyce. Is this the justice you spoke of earlier this year?
Yes. Yes, it is. Politics is more than simply making empty promises, you know. In fact,
Prove it!
What I've done pales in comparison to the actions of our neighbors.
I know you're all aware of the tragedy that resulted from the Empire's invasion of Liberl 12 years ago, correct? And what of the blood that was spilled and the lives sacrificed to make the Republic's democratic revolution possible?
What are you getting at?
I'm saying 2 wrongs make a right, and that's the whole of my ideology.
How can you imply that what you're doing now is in any way justified because of the past?
I've spoken to you all about justice, but I do not recall using the word justified. There is no such thing. Justice is born from power and will. Believe it or not.
1 gram, 1 iota of truth, 1 gram of justice.
1 Kevin gram of justice.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I was not fully invested in the Croyce family's mission despite inheriting the position of patriarch. Truth be told, Belle has dedicated to herself to it much more than I have. However, once I saw the light, once I realized Jesus Christ, I'm gonna come out from behind the robot and start over, okay? Can you guys come up the stairs again? Great, thanks.
Yeah, I'll just look at the gamer clouds.
However, once I saw the light, once I realized that the Septarion my ancestors envisioned could actually be made real, I rejoiced. I had never been more grateful to have been born into the Croyce family. I now have the power to ensure that this era of continental upheaval brings justice to the land.
Justice?
You can't be serious. Are you trying to tell us that you think Are you trying to tell us that you think this hasn't been for your ego? For your desire to control everything? How can you possibly stand there and claim that this was all for the sake of what you consider justice?
What other reason could there be? The IBC has been the largest holder of assets on the continent for 10 years. I've no need for wealth. To rule the continent? Please. I'm not a bloodthirsty conqueror from the Dark Ages. It's simple. I couldn't stand the status quo. As the continent is, trapped in the frameworks of nations, pointless conflict is inevitable.
I'm a libertarian!
Yeah.
My true goal was not simply the establishment of a sovereign state. Speaker McDowell's declaration of invalidity means nothing to me. All that matters is that my ideal of justice be realized. That my justice be the order that leads to world peace.
Nonsense. Are you serious?
Damn. I know you were nuts, but I didn't think you'd gone this far off the rails.
Yes, but if there were ever a way that those delusions could be realized.
You're right. If anything can make such madness reality, it would be the power of a Septarion, the miracles Kia can create. As far as that power goes, there are no rules. He could reshape government and politics to anything he wanted.
The camera's facing me now, so it's time for me to be right.
Dieter Croyce. I'll give credit where it's due. The SSS has benefited time and again from your help. However, that doesn't mean we're going to abide by your gross oversimplification or perversion of what you think is just. We're the Special Support Section. At the end of the day, we are just a division of the Crossbell Police Department. We have a duty to uphold the law, protect our citizens, and see to it that justice is served within the laws of our state. But that doesn't mean we're always right, or that we, the entire force, haven't had our share of missteps.
Obviously. There's no indisputable answer into how public order and safety should be maintained. Fuck.
ACAB.
You are the cab.
True. Even within the same organization, the stance on what justice is can change depending on someone's position.
We may be young and inexperienced, but we should continue to pursue justice. That is what you told us yourself, Dieter.
How's it feel having your own words turned against you? It's your speech, buddy. That is a noble pursuit when one doesn't have the power or will to carry out justice already. Consider this. Imagine you already had the power and will to carry it out from the beginning. Wouldn't not using such power be negligent?
No! Justice isn't something you can define eternally. It's something that evolves and grows along with the people it protects. The pursuit of it is something that has value to everyone. Every man, woman, and child. What you're trying to do is homogenize it. You want to force a blanket concept on everyone forever without their consent. How can you possibly construe that as just? Is this really what your justice is?
I'm the one who has breathed new life into Crossbell's crumbling political system. Reforms were made possible because of me. How dare you deny that?
That's a different matter entirely. We've no intention of denying your accomplishments. It's as Lois said. The truth is you've helped us time and again. But that's also one of the reasons we're here. If anyone is going to bring you to your senses, it should be us. As someone I respect, as someone who has regarded you as family, I'm going to make sure you repent for what you've done.
Very well.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Huh?
What?
Is this orbital energy? What isn't?
Be alert! A vast amount of spiritual energy is emanating from Orcus Tower and gathering around him.
Oh, he's using an arc! Quick, let's just bust all crafts!
I'm hardly as skilled as Belle is when it comes to these matters, but as the patriarch of the Croyce family, I know a thing or two. And if I use Orcus Tower's ability to transfer spiritual energy, then I can even do this. Turns into a radish.
Doesn't turn back.
Turns back, yeah.
Oh my god.
When the dust clears, I'm lying dead on the pavement.
Kamehameha!
Did he just teleport inside of it?
Oh, is that all he did? I thought he became it.
Yeah.
Good. Visibility and controls are fully operational.
Man's voice? Who could it be?
Using the power of the Septarion, I can control this machine at will.
Uncle, what have you...
Is he controlling the ion from a spiritual space? I can say
The
any
hell?
word
What the
in
fuck are
any
you
order.
talking about, Teotot? Behold my saucy pose! This white ion is the embodiment of the justice I will bring to the world. I love that.
That's very funny.
Now then, let me demonstrate it to you. Nano machine, son! Let's see which of our justices has the strength and will to be right.
Fine, have it your way.
We'll show you what it truly means to have conviction.
Can't believe
Man,
we're
that-
fighting you before Wall.
That whole exchange is some of the most Japanese fluff writing I've seen in this whole series. If I say an abstract concept over and over again, then this is deep writing and meaningful, correct? Oh, it's nothing? It's garbage? Oh no!
Oh no, I am a libertarian!
I don't know if I've gotten to show these off yet. The Master Quartz in this, when you get them to max level, all give you access to one super art, kind of like the special gems you get from the cryptids in the Cold Steel games. And they have a kind of neat mechanic where they do something when you cast them, and then on every subsequent turn, as long as you continue, like, channeling them, they have an ongoing effect. So this is the Wind one, which gives us all Arts Reflect initially, and then as long as we continue channeling it, gives, like, plus, 50% arts damage, which is pretty good.
Wow.
That is really good.
Yeah. You millennial leftists who never lived one day under nuclear threat can now reflect upon your woke sky. You made quite a non-binary fuss to save the world from intercontinental ballistic tweets.
Uncle, please! What the hell are you talking about?
What is he even saying? This doesn't make any fucking sense.
Wow, that's quite a few stats.
That's quite a few.
Yeah.
I see you're up to some bullshit over there. So this here, he just pops that out. It's not an S-craft, That does like 10,000 damage if you don't have Arts Reflect up.
Oh,
This is
wow.
actually one of the somewhat challenging fights in the game as a result. Gonna get ready to
It is
steal that
directional, so maybe the balance is just to spread your party out.
crit, I suppose.
Do one of the 2 times you
Patriot Field!
What?
Look behind you. Surely you
Political
can-
grenade! Oh, that
Surely
removes-
you can see this rainbow effect on the clouds. That is the woke sky.
The aforementioned woke sky. Let's see. So,
Aforementioned woke sky is actually the name of his battle theme.
Annoyingly, Patriot Field gives him 3 stacks of Arts Reflect and 3 stats of Craft Guard, so we need to really chunk those off him
Oh.
before we bother popping Burst, or else we're gonna waste a lot of it. So I'll just bop.
I shield myself in nationalist rhetoric. If you have any complaints about your country, it means you are the enemy, not that you're trying to improve things. 3 Arts Reflect, 3 Craft Reflect.
God.
Yeah, I remember someone in the surprise round chat was like, I actually ended up spoiling that Croix was even a villain for me, but they were like, I like him, and I'm just like, I don't think I like him at all, actually. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Listening to him feels like reading a fan translation of a bad manga.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that some of it gets lost in translation. I say trying to give them as much credit as I can.
Oh no, Tio.
Yeah, to heal with Ellie next turn.
Yeah, like some of it's definitely lost in translation, but like I also think he doesn't actually have an ideology. It's a very Japanese thing to like love just the abstract concept of like a single word that will like it's like a lot of Pokemon villains are written that way, where it'll be like, now I'm going to use the Septarian to destroy all justice. Like, it's just a thing they do. Wee-oo. Political grenade.
I love that. I think he was built up pretty well, but once he actually did the villaining, I was like, eh.
I don't think it was built. I liked him as a character completely absent from his villainy. I liked him a lot in the first game. I have questioned literally everything he's done in this game.
Well,
I think the best they could end up doing for me is to be like, Grimwood was feeding him false information, which is why he made so many insane choices.
yeah. I can sort of see what he's saying. I think that Lloyd's point is much more salient, but I can kind of see what he's saying in the sense that it's like, if I have the power to be God and I can make an equitable life for everybody, it is my responsibility to do so. But then also Lloyd is like, yeah, but you're doing it. You're not doing it subjectively, which is how people are.
Him being like, if you have the power to make a change, then not doing that is bad, is I think the only point of any merit he made in that entire cutscene.
That
The problem
said,
is
he has also been a billionaire in charge of a bank for fucking 10
Yeah.
years. So if he really wanted to, if he was really like, oh God, what can I do if only I can make success
God damn
life
it.
more equitable?
Shit. Ooh. Yeah, the problem with Croix is that if he actually had like convictions beyond the abstract or any like it's so weird because he's such a good businessman. And he seemed like a good enough dude that was like personable. But like now that he has essentially absolute power, he's not making any like decisions to make change that make any sense. Like he went from a totally normal, reasonable guy to like, I'm a cartoon evil villain.
Yeah.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles would fight me. It's just like, which just is bad for this setting. So I agree with his point that if you can make a difference, you probably should. But I don't agree with him
the
because he
change
doesn't.
that it has made.
He hasn't.
Or
Like, 'cause
with-
he's just like, what if I piss everyone off and then go do whatever I say forever? Why didn't it work? Oh no! It's like, who are
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Also, that whole cutscene should have been Ellie's. Lloyd shouldn't have said anything.
I agree. She did say she did get a bit though. We did
Yeah.
it.
That's gotta be it.
What? Oh my God! It's the thing that keeps happening is happening.
No way.
Did you forget? As long as this machine is connected to the Septarian of Zero, its power source is infinite. You would have to annihilate it completely for it to stop.
If that's what it takes. Is that the only way?
Settle down. I've no intention of taking your lives. That is, if you surrender peacefully and cooperate with my ideals.
What are those?
This is how I win a debate.
What the?
What are your ideals?
Justice.
I just got a Windows
distant-
sound effect.
Yeah, the distant Windows.
Yeah.
I'm blue screening.
Oh shit.
No,
What?
I don't want to upgrade to Windows 11. No,
No, OneDrive! God damn it! It's popped up again. What's going on?
His supply of mana vanished.
Fuck.
Ruh-roh. Oh, ruh-roh again. Oh.
This can't be happening.
Your free trial of Ion,
Of Ion has
XD
expired.
has expired.
You must now pay for WinRAR.
Would you like to install McAfee?
Whoa!
They vanished.
Their endless supply of spiritual energy must have been cut off.
Man, I'm beat.
They pulled it off.
I didn't even fire this thing once.
What is the meaning of this? Why has the energy from the Septarion suddenly disappeared? I don't remember.
Playtime
let's
is
assume,
over,
No,
I'm
let's
afraid.
assume
No.
it's
Yeah.
Maribel.
Playtime is over, I'm afraid.
Oh no, it's okay, it's this.
Hello.
Oh, it's the goblin!
The professor
guy-
from the society.
This guy was a lot less of a character than I was expecting him to be in this duology. The 13 Factories, F. Novartis.
What are you saying, Professor Novartis? What is the meaning of this? Is this another of the Society's ploys? Did you lay some kind of trap in this machine?
Yeah! Weren't you told? The only thing you were gifted was assistance. I've acquired all of the data I could need, so I'll be taking my leave soon. Along with the final model behind you, as per our contract.
Wow, you even offered to give away the thing that made you
Contract?
a god, you idiot.
Are you out of your mind? I bought this machine directly from the Society. You've no right to take it back. What are you, a repo man?
I'm afraid not. There's been a slight amendment to the contract you've signed. As agreed upon, once the machine has served its purpose, we are allowed to recover it. You can read the dotted line for yourself. The signature reads, Maribel Croix.
What?
What?
It's all true.
Why?
That laugh.
It's Bal. Ugh.
Still in my LARPing outfit.
Belle, what have you done? Just where are you right now? Are you not inside Orcus Tower?
Oh, they didn't tell him. They just ditched him up there. That's very funny.
Rough.
Of course not. I haven't been there for quite some time. I and the others are with Kia.
What?
That's right. We didn't come across any of the others as we searched the floors.
Always get a
Did
lawyer
you
to
create a
read
new Discord server
You're
and not
without
invite
me?
me?
Always get a lawyer to read your contracts, folks. I happen to know one.
Oh.
Oh, damn,
wait.
Arios too. Arios!
McLean.
With our powers combined, you can say his full name. Uncle Shirley.
Shirley is just in that pose, like,
Even Maribel.
So, he really is with them.
For some
Why?
fucking reason.
Arios.
This looks so dumb.
No.
In the mid game of Cold Steel 4, there's a scene that's basically this, but literally like 30 of them. Because it's like,
God.
hey, it's every remotely an antagonist character being here at once, haha. And you're like, that was the point at which I realized how mad I was. What is going on here? Have all of you betrayed me?
My apologies, Mr. President. However, my loyalties and intentions were never with you from the start. My collaboration was always with Maribel and the Lawyers Project.
Lawyer? No, it can't be.
But
it is.
Bigger portrait. Oh, he's got evil glasses now.
Did I not mention my doctorate?
Gasp. What?
You see, I told you I had a law degree, which is technically correct, but it's a Juris Doctorate.
I have a.
All right, baby Jello cashes in all his chips. Major payout, baby.
What?
Putting it all on Black 34. Are you kidding me?
Ian? This can't be real.
Yeah.
The look on your face tells me you aren't as surprised as your friends, Lloyd. Did you figure it out?
I did. It was going over things with Nielsen, a reporter we met that clued me in. Not just him. Pete, Old Man Quint, the things Lecter and Killicoff said too. All the pieces slowly came together, and every sign pointed to your involvement. Also, we haven't seen you since the entire thing went down, and that was kind of the
By
biggest
slowly
one.
came together, I mean came together right at the end of the game at the last minute out of nowhere.
I can't get over the fucking Orlando's open mouth portraits. They're cracking me up.
Perhaps you finally caught up to Guy, huh?
I have a gift for you, Guy's Tonfa.
Explain yourself, Mr. Grimwood. I've been coming to you for guidance for ages. I trusted you. What have you been scheming behind my back?
That's right. You've been my prized pupil, Dieter. Your business sense is second to none, and your skills as
Is
a
it?
politician exceeded my expectations as well.
Did they?
You have just one fatal flaw. It's that you're an idealist.
I don't know if that can be said.
Huh?
Up to now, you thought everything had been going exactly as you planned it. In actuality, every step we've taken has been according to Mr. Grimwood's vision, not yours.
Why are you being a dick to your dad? He's nice to you.
From the manipulation of the cult to the agenda of the trade conference and the raid on Crossbell, even your Declaration of Independence.
Why does Dieter
I'm
look
so
slanted?
mad I'm slanted.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm not sure why he's balancing that direction.
Tell us, just who was it that put each and every one of those ideas in your head, Father?
Walled!
Had you not slipped up, I would have been content continuing to pull the strings from the shadows. However, what's best now is for you to step aside. You don't have what it takes to lead any longer. I'll be the one to continue the Azure Zero project.
Azure Zero?
What is that?
Soon, the Septarian of Zero will take its final form. This really will be the final form. The Azure Tree.
I was expecting this to happen like 5
Way
sessions ago
earlier,
also.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Azure Tree, where the ruler of space-time will rearrange the very principles of causality. Witness its rebirth!
Are you telling me
seeing
that
this shit?
Kia has been Tria the entire time?
The distance.
X-Death Final Fantasy V be like,
To the southeast, near the wetlands.
What the hell?
A giant Mishi just bursts from the earth.
I would love to see fucking Gunter's reaction if you told him all the levels of apparent manipulation he'd been under. He's just like,
Yeah.
what? No, what? No.
What? No.
Sorry, Dieter. I would have been content to just say from the sidelines, but much like an Ace Attorney villain, your competence and personality completely changed after your villain reveal. Now you're useless.
Whoa.
Okay.
Huh.
You have to be kidding. This can't be.
Magnificent! The product of singularity. We are witnessing an unexpected miracle that exceeds even the salt pail.
Please.
Hold on. Did you say that tree is the true form of the Septarian of Zero?
Well, where is Kia? What have you done to her?
What kind of question is that? See for yourself. You're looking at her. Kia is right in front of your eyes.
I was Kia the whole time.
Oh my god. The azure tree is Kia herself.
Be more precise. Her heart and body remain intact. You needn't.
All right, I'll step in here.
Yeah,
and
hang.
talk with
Okay,
you.
Mary,
second.
hang. Slow your fucking roll for a second, okay?
his fucking screen like wedges itself between Maribel and Walt to get in front.
How do you? I'd like to request Zoom priority on my screen. For
How
a
do you?
second.
How do I raise hand? They moved it again. It used to have its own button. Now it's in a menu somewhere. God damn it.
Is my mic on?
More importantly, she has now become the arbitrator of all. This is not the grim result that all of you are fearing. And this is not the grim wood that all of you are fearing. Nor does it have to be for any of you.
You see, the true grim wood was this evil tree.
Evil tree. Yeah.
I'd prefer it if you supported and continued watching over her.
What are you?
The hell are you getting at?
No fooling. He's telling the truth. But if you'd rather come have some fun, that can be arranged.
If you plan to interfere, then go ahead. I have no objections to stopping you myself. Business is business, and we agreed to as much in the contract. I don't give a damn what they're planning. But if you show up here, I'm finishing you off for good. Got it, Wazy? Shut up, Noel.
Yeah, yeah. Someone in chat. Wald is the villain's Noel.
He really is. Can I have a different archetype bad guy?
Goodbye, everyone. We'll see you all soon.
Sorry, Wazy. We're fresh out of Twinks.
It doesn't need to be just give me anybody. I'll take, I don't know, is fucking...
What do you mean? You don't have Campanella?
Is that... He's busy. Is that old lady, the recurring old lady smuggler around? I could use her.
And before I go, I should thank you one last time for your support, Father. You were a simple and hopelessly romantic fool of a man. Though in the end, I could never bring myself to hate you.
Why? He was nice to you! What the fuck is your problem, Maribel?
Maribel is just a huge bitch all the time. That's her personality. Belle, what the fuck? Come on.
I like all of his baffled expressions, just mouth open, eyes glazed, like,
Yeah.
oh,
I think that one might actually be like a new sprite.
Yeah.
As curious as I am to stay back and watch what happens next, other plans beckon.
See you in
you be my
15
villain?
years!
I'll have to settle for reading all about it in the report.
Actually, this game came out in 2011, so he's already been gone for 11 years. I think it's probably going to be more than 15 before he shows up again.
I'm gonna be honest, with how much this franchise loves recurring their characters, and with what I know Maribel's role ends up being, I thought this guy died.
Yeah, no. You predicted that before, and I
thought-
was like, that's so logical and not what happened.
Man, I just assumed this guy was gonna be the final boss of this game and die, and he's neither of those things.
Wait.
Bye-bye.
Damn, they
on a briefcase.
I'll be going now. I don't know how much you can hope to accomplish, but at least try to put up a good fight. I would prefer to have useful data to pour over later.
I'm gonna go get some data later. I've been working on that one all game.
This is.
So, that evil Zoom caller's dumb, right?
That
Yeah.
job just had to get the last word in.
I fucking. At least. Oh.
There you are.
Risha.
What did I miss? And where did that huge tree come from?
Wow.
Where do I even begin?
I'm taking that tree off in the distance to mean things aren't over yet.
No.
Hi, it's me.
I am the
Nate
fifth
Myers.
Anguis. Yeah.
Chief!
I am the fifth Anguis, the tired man. Is everyone on the ground all right?
I'm the fifth Anguis, the hanged man. Alright. Yeah, those magic puppet things vanished into thin air. We've already secured the tower.
Die.
But...
God, me
What the-
too, man.
what the hell happened up here?
Oh, like a deep betrayal. You know what? Honestly, I'm glad I was able to pass it off. He's feeling kind of what I'm feeling, or what I felt when I discovered everyone in my fucking life is a villain.
Do you think Ellie takes a silent moment aside with Dieter and it's just like I know so well what you're going through right now.
I know so well what you're going through, and fuck you.
Does it ever get better? No, just
Ow.
worse.
Just worse. Time does
Yeah.
not heal all wounds.
Unbelievable.
The one pulling the strings was Mr. Grimwood? How could he? He's a lawyer, and those are never evil.
It explains a lot.
Does it?
Someone who had connections in politics, business, foreign affairs, and had ends with the police and the guild was behind it all. Yeah, knowing him, I'd say he's more than capable of pulling this off. Hell, if I know what his motive is, but we don't have time for that right now. Right. Wazy, can you call the Merkaba?
Sure thing. I was waiting for you to ask. I'm going home.
You're going there?
I'm going home. I don't know what these people are doing, but fuck this. This is it.
Listen, are you telling me that you want me to go to the tree and have Wald be like, so you showed up, Wazy? No, I'm not giving him that. This is going to be the Walter without Zin fight of...
Yes. I know this might fall out of the scope of what can be considered police work.
Slightly annoyingly,
Yeah?
I think unlike in the final dungeon of Sky SC, they make you bring the right party members for those fights.
Boo.
Because no, it'd be really walled with no Wazy. God.
I don't even know why I'm here.
Die.
But if that's where we're going to find Kia and answers to all of our questions, then there's no other choice.
I feel precisely the same. Someone has to stop Belle.
It would be pointless to stop after coming this far.
I got a little family reunion to attend, Chief.
Noelle. I have a duty to go to and be put on the bench.
Hey, I'm the one flying. If the Merkaba goes, so do I.
Oh, we don't even need to drive the car. Right, alright.
I'm not reading that line.
I have my own as well. She and I will end this once and for all. This is something I must do.
I have questions I need McLean and Ian to answer personally.
At least he gets the big fish.
You won't be going there without me.
Huh. Guess there's no point in arguing with any of you.
Were you really gonna say no?
You can leave the city and tower in my care. The president, too. Listen up. I want you to go there and settle this the way you think it needs to be done. Just don't involve me. Not just as a special support section, but as yourselves. Do what you know to be right.
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Dudley at the back. I don't take orders from you.
I don't take orders from you. Hey, I got promoted.
Justice badge.
Are you kidding? That's absolutely nuts.
Is it true? Did Kia really make that tree appear? Yes, we have no reason to doubt it.
As your tree, the final form of the man-made Septarion. How unfathomable that man's delusions are deeply rooted enough to sprout such a thing.
Abbas?
Am I correct in assuming that even you don't know what kind of power that tree is capable of?
Yes. All I can say for certain is there is something extraordinary about its blue light. It holds dominion over all the elements, including time, space, and mirage.
The Croix family manufactured the Septarion of Zero to replace the Septarion of Mirage. Does that mean it gained the power to control time and space in the process?
I do not know what it is
I
capable
just
of.
told you I don't know.
Or rather, it may be more accurate to say there is nothing it is incapable of.
You're kidding.
That would mean its power rivals Eidos herself.
Whether that's the case or not, it doesn't change what we have to do. Arios, Maribel, Mr. Grimwood, and the others. We'll face them all and take Kia back.
We will. Exactly.
Oh, heck yeah! Even I'm starting to get fired up. I'm joining a party.
I want a
Grace.
rival.
Grace, what? Oh, do you? Well, you are in luck, sister, because I am selling.
How much?
Free. Grace,
It's a
what are you
seller's
still doing
market
here?
on walls.
Oh, well. Yeah, maybe I won't join the party.
What are you still doing here? Shouldn't you have disembarked with Speaker McDowell?
Can it, mister? I'm here because I chose to be. I got a duty to give Crossbellins the facts out here. So let me do my job and cheer you on until this is over.
Oh my god.
Really?
This cannot end well.
Hate to change the subject, but I think we should do a little prep.
You're right. There's no telling what could be waiting for us there.
Fighting has ceased on the ground, so there's no place we can't travel with the Merkaba now. You can give the order if there's somewhere in particular you want to visit.
Anyway,
Will do.
we can do that now. And then there's one... I would say like, oh, that's a good place to stop. And it is a reasonable place to stop, but this is the best time to knock out the small number of things that are now scenes before you do the final dungeon. And there's only one I can think of immediately that I'm like, oh yeah, we definitely should see that.
Do we gotta go hang out with Cecile?
Checking. Yeah.
Nah,
no,
she's
none
on break.
None of that stuff really matters. Yeah, no. We're gonna go to St. Ursula, yeah. because now that we've taken back Crossbell City, there's a scene we can... Oh, hang on. Nope. Wrong party. There's a scene that we can do that we could not do before. How do I change my party?
Is it in tactics?
I think I talked to... Yeah, here we go.
Oh, wait, yeah, you. Oh, Risha and Ilya?
Yeah. It's actually a pretty good scene. I'm sorry, everyone. I'll have to excuse myself here.
Are you sure, Risha?
Still not ready, huh?
Wait, Risha. Why not come with us? The least you could do is hear Ilya's voice again.
Hear her voice?
I understand that you're not ready to face her and don't want to until the dust is settled. I get it, and I respect that decision. But would standing outside of Ilya's room and hearing what she has to say when we visit go against that?
Doesn't sound like a bad idea to me. You've already come so far, so can't you let yourself have this little reward?
Yes, and the toughest fight is still to come.
It would do you good to hear from the person who's giving you strength and who you're fighting for.
I don't see why not. As long as she doesn't see you and you don't speak with her, you wouldn't be going against your vow. Is that right? On the other hand, with everything that lies ahead, it can't be denied that this may be your last chance to see her.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll do it. If you don't mind, I'll come along with you to visit her and stand outside the room.
Of course we don't mind.
That's right. Let's go see Ilya.
Cecile's just in the lobby playing the sad music.
I'm on a break.
I'm on a break and learning some piano. Let's see, is it this one? It's 303.
Hey, I'm up again.
I'll wait here while you all go inside.
We know. That's fine.
Trust us. We're fine.
I was wondering where all of you were right now. I can tell that things have taken a turn for the worse out there.
Oh, real quick. I know this doesn't matter, but before the scene gets good,
yeah.
I want to point this out. Am I wrong in thinking it's crazy that she's facing the bed?
I literally thought that. I literally thought that the second that they walked in. I was like, that feels weird.
That's weird, right?
Yeah,
You do medicine world. That's weird, right?
Yeah, no, it's super weird. Just the feng shui of this room, not good. Bad.
Just what on earth is that tree that appeared?
Yeah, the situation is complicated at the moment. To tell you the truth, we don't have the answers ourselves, except we do.
As much as we'd like to, we can't say the hospital is safe either. Please take care of yourself, Ilya. We'd hate for something to happen to you again.
Yeah, and then we'll have to take you to the double hospital. Don't you worry about me, Ellie. I don't know exactly what's... Oh, fuck! She dies.
Lloyd is just covered in snot.
But I know you kids are going to pull through this as long as you keep fighting. You're going to find those answers you're looking for. So even if I can't stand right now, I'll still be standing up with you in spirit. I won't give up on taking the stage again. We've got some butts to kick, boys and girls. Get out there and finish what you started.
Thank you, Ilya.
Ah, hell yeah. Nothing like a pep talk from the fervent dancer to get you raring to go.
By the way, there's a certain someone over there who couldn't stay away because she's so worried, am I right?
Ilya, how did you...
You could tell.
Yes, ever since my legs were broken, all of my other senses got sharpened.
Ever since I lost my sense of walking.
I don't know whoever she is, but she must be a shy little sweetheart. One with an ironically reserved personality for someone with such a perfect body.
Doesn't know my ass.
So much for not noticing her.
I could sense her boobs.
I was gonna make that joke, but like I thought it would ruin what was gonna be exclusively good dialogue. I really should have known.
High five. I'll take that bullet.
Well, mystery stranger, I may not know who you are, but you should know that I've already started my rehabilitation. So if you don't keep practicing, I'm going to catch up and pass you again in no time. If you don't want to be left behind, you had better settle things quickly so that we can finish what we started. Also, please be careful and look after yourself. No matter how strong you are, you're still a young girl. With that said, just like on our stage, there are kinds of strength that only a woman can show. As long as you remember that, I'm sure you'll be fine.
Ilya.
Well, I think I've taken enough of your valuable time for one visit. You guys had better be careful too, little guy. You better not make my dearest Cecile cry, you know.
We won't, Ilya.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Ah, I see why she's Jay's favorite character.
Aw.
I owe you an apology, Risha. I never imagined she'd be able to notice you just from feeling the gravity that is emitted from your titties.
You were trying to conceal your tits with your yin voodoo too, weren't you? How the heck did she notice? Simply put, Ilya is a genius. She probably knew it was me from the sound of my footsteps and the pattern of my breath. After all, matching each other's breathing is something we're used to doing when we perform. Still, I am surprised. I didn't expect her to be so sharp anywhere but the stage.
You left the door open.
Shit.
She's full of surprises.
Ironically, that is what we come to expect from Ilya.
They're pleasant surprises, thankfully, aside from the molestation.
Hearing her like this was just what I needed to strengthen my own resolve. I'm ready, everyone. Let's go.
We're right there with you, Risha.
Every step of the way.
Yeah, that was cute.
Still baffled it took as long as it did to get her as a party member.
Yeah. Yeah.
It might be a little early to make this call, and it feels excessively mean because I obviously enjoy reading these games. I think this is my least favorite Trails game.
This is a lot of people's least favorite.
Yeah.
Is where have you heard? Do you mean like among people you've talked to personally, Austin, or do you have some finger on the pulse of the Falcom community?
Yeah, I have followed the Reddit, and I think a lot of people generally fall pretty poorly on this one. People either like love this one, like love this one, or hate it. And I feel like this one has some really solid moments, but overall, probably I'd say it's middling.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't love or hate this one.
Yeah. The Azure Tree. Yeah. Do.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be like, now that Austin and I have given our thoughts, fuck you, Jello.
No, that's fine.
There'll still be time after this. Pretty much just gonna watch
Arcadia.
this. We're gonna get into the final dungeon and then stop there, but we'll have time for commentary as well.
I love Skies of Arcadia.
Yeah.
Sighting confirmed at 5 o'clock. It's the Red Constellation's Beowulf.
It figures they'd show up.
That is the Red Constellation's assault ship.
They've been talking about buying one back when I was still running with them. Still can't believe they've already got this much of a handle on it.
The Croix family may have financed it to help with their current plan.
It's also fitted out with some of the Society's tech. Can you shake it, Abbas?
I will do what I can.
It's built like a tank, but that means it's not that fast, right? We can outrun it. Ah, she's built like a beast. She's built like a steakhouse, but she handles like a bistro.
Josette goes into her garage. Where the hell is the ship?
Looks like you got hit. Man, I want to make a joke, but I don't remember the name of the fucking goons from Cold Steel 4 that are from Fee's gang. We're like, I lay mines.
Oh, Zeno and Leo.
Oh, Zeno and yeah.
What are those?
Not good. Are those air-deployed electromagnetic mines?
Yes, the Foundation has developed something similar.
We should have expected as much from war veterans. You know what? I don't buy it. I don't buy that those are commercially acceptable yet. There's no airship combat in the world yet. It's so exclusive. I'm calling bullshit. So that's how you want it. They are veering towards starboard. Abbas, deploy the counter-impact field.
Roger. Everyone brace for impact.
Roger.
Everyone braces for impact.
It's okay. The damage to the ship is minimal.
Now focus the counter-impact field to the front of the nose. We're going to force our way through the minefield and head straight for the Great Tree.
Understood.
While
Rocket launcher
trying
sound.
to ram through the last mine.
Cutscene incoming!
Can't believe we made fun of it for a whole game and then got to the cutscene and it was even worse than I remember.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Where am I going?
And they just die.
What the fuck?
I feel like someone was saying something. Someone aggressively unimportant.
Wait,
I
that
wasn't
wasn't
saying
Gareth?
anything.
Says Noel.
Man,
This
the
music.
police force adopted a magic tree, and honestly, was not where I thought any of this was going.
Love Grace. Just taking
Just taking a bunch of pictures, yeah. Where are we?
I can only assume inside of the tree.
I know that thing's huge, but is it really this massive?
The tree may be distorting space itself.
It's reacted to the spatial distortion of Risha's boobs.
I thought that said Finn, like the end. I was like,
Yeah,
what? Zooms out. Fucking Grace is leaning in Lloyd's ear.
Find me. Find me. Wow, it's so pretty.
It's so different than what the tree looks like from the outside.
There's an endless
Duh.
amount of light being absorbed into the tree itself. Actually, it sort of reminds me of a visual representation of the Orbital Network.
Whatever it is, I know that it's gonna make one heck of a photo op.
Oh,
Oh, I like how she marched when she took each picture.
You must proceed on foot from here. It's too dangerous for the Merkaba to fly with these gravity distortions.
Looks at Risha.
Are you prepared for that, Wizzy?
No, I'm going home. It's not like we have a choice in the matter. That said, the Merkaba should still be good to travel outside of the tree. We can fly to other areas if we still need to.
That's a relief.
For now, we still need to decide on an exploration team and who will be staying back with the others. There's no time for tree gazing. We need to move, Bannings.
Right. He is waiting for us somewhere inside of this tree. Don't worry. I'll find you. No matter what.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll be dating it. Yeah. Oh boy, I get to play through this dungeon again, huh? Alright. This dungeon's fine, it's just... I think the longest final dungeon in any Trails game.
Oh, ew.
It goes on and on and on and on, and there's more changes of scenery than, like, the final dungeon of Sky First Chapter, which is just hallways and hallways and hallways, but not that many. I much prefer the final dungeon of Zero.
You had one save file that was at like level 111. Was that at the end of the dungeon, or do you need?
I think that was a completed
if you're looking at these,
save,
those are from my
it?
first playthrough of the game. Yeah. So, next time is just gonna be we're gonna skip through, do all the fights, see all the story, and probably finally bring the Crossbell saga to a close.
Aw,
yeah, I think
I'm-
even if we have to go a little long, we should probably just try and finish it in the next
Yeah.
thing.
I don't think that will be a problem. This will take a while to play, but if you cut out all the dungeon, I think this will fit in 3 hours easily. As long as I don't die on the final boss. The final boss is the last of the fights in this game that I would qualify as actually somewhat hard. Not because most of the boss is hard, but because in its second phase, it has a super move that just kills you, and there's nothing you can do about it, and so you have to basically time it out right and use burst to take out like the last 20% of its health when it starts doing that. I had to do that boss 3 times when I played this game before. I really hope it doesn't happen again.
I mean, you could always just... Well, never mind. I was going to say you could try and save before and after the boss, but I'm sure there's cutscenes after the final
There's no
boss.
saving after the boss. It's just that's cutscenes till the game is over. I think it'll be okay. I'll get a chance to practice it off screen to make sure I understand it, so... Hopefully, like with Aryan Road, I will just execute my plan successfully when we do it.
The last boss, you mean regular old Ian Grimwood with no final form?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so before you like lose the thoughts, Jello, did you have your own 2 cents you wanted to offer some people think this game is the worst, or hate it or love it?
Okay. If you put a gun to my head and asked me what happened in this game, I would have an unbelievably short list of things for you. It feels like it was all written with like the last chapter in mind, and not in a way that I think was worth it or smartly done. And I think the pacing of every individual element is fucked up. Everything except Randy's personal story was done badly. Risha, no sense. Have no idea why they did her like that. Noelle should never have been a party member. Should have been Dudley the entire time. Don't know. The game is like aggressively directionless until 75% of the way through, which is very dumb. And like, granted, we skipped all of the side shit, so it like I'm sure there's a lot more to this setting and world, but like even then, we skipped all the side shit in the first game, and like I thought I had a much better view of Crossbell in that. And it really, like, I liked the Mafia and the cult as villains. It felt like there was a through line. It felt like we were always accomplishing something and learning more about the party members that weren't named Ellie. And like I was on board. No, fuck, that's not even true. Ellie had her arc. She had a fucking incel that liked her, and like that sucks, but she had an arc. And even in the Cold Steel games, where like I have so many complaints about them, as we've many times discussed, but like I do think they're fun as shit to play, and I don't like that they're all just teleport around the country to different places. And I especially don't like that the second game is just do that again with the same locations and they don't mean anything. And I couldn't tell you, I always forget at least 2 locations if I'm forced to recount through the whole game. But like, I still remember some of the characters and the story beat. And also I think the mechanics are like so aggressively good. And this game's fights seem fine, but not interesting to me. Like, this really feels like the midpoint between like this and the previous game. Feels like the transition era when they were figuring out how to take the honestly pretty clunky and bad combat of the first 2 games, first 3, and then they were building them into the really good combat of Cold Steel. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I feel like every other iteration of this series has something that's really worth seeing, even if, like, and the gameplay is amazing, even if they fuck up the story, or in the Sky games, it's really charming, and like I care about every NPC, even if the actual game is pretty shit. This game, and like the first Crossbell game, I really like the core cast, and the setting is at least pretty interesting. And I like the story well enough as a standalone. This game, I don't think it has a pitch. Like, it doesn't have like oh, you gotta play Azure for this. Like, the best thing I can think is like, I mean,
Randy, if you really like Randy, you'd be doing a disservice to yourself to not do his arc.
Yeah,
but
I would just probably tell
watch it on YouTube.
If my friend was like, I really like Randy, I'd be like, I have time-stamped 2 videos for you. Watch like 30 minutes of cutscenes. I just saved you a whole game. Like, yeah. I honestly wouldn't play this one. But like, it's fine. It's not a bad game, but like, even the Cold Steel games, after I played them, I'm like, yo, I loved those ingredients. Wish they weren't like organized in that way. This one, I'm like, I don't even think I really like the ingredients that much. All the stuff I liked was in the prequel already. And they're not doing anything great with it. It's like, it really is just like, Randy gets some more. I don't particularly even like Randy's villains, actually. I think they're kind of boring, and I hate the way they treat them because of how this universe is written. But I like Randy, and that's my full stop.
Yeah,
and
it like, obviously there's a ton of villains in this game who should just be dead, but I think the Red Constellation have to rank pretty high on a list of, like, you are just terrorists. That you have no justification for anything, and you don't pretend to. There is no reason you should not be in jail or executed for the many, many actual real-world style crimes you've committed. You're not even clowns. Absolute dog shit clown.
We love a good clown.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's... so you know how, like, if you watch something as a little kid, and it's bad, but like you didn't know that yet because you were a little kid, oftentimes the thing people will say is, yeah, I've seen that. I don't really remember a lot of it. Like, that's kind of the indication something was bad because your brain didn't retain anything. I kind of have that feeling thinking back on like, oh, all these games we've played, and I can remember Trails to Zero pretty well. I remember all the beats, I remember all the set pieces, or at least most of them. And this one, I really don't remember anything. Like, I literally remember nothing outside of, like, Randy, a chandelier got dropped on Ilya. That's it, gamers.
Grandma Train.
Yeah, Grandma.
That's the thing.
Train Grandma was in the last game.
No,
yeah, but
the character was in the last game, but the train
grandma
was
this time.
That's true.
But yeah, no,
that is true. Yeah, it's interesting because it's like with and like I mentioned, I was just talking about the CM the other night. The way I think first chapter and second chapter, and also another example, Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn are duologies where it's like 30% of the story is in the first game, and then once everything's kind of set up, then they give you this like Act 1 doesn't really matter villain, just to have a bow on the first part. And then in like Radiant Dawn and second chapter, shit is zooming because you already know the setting and you don't need to be reintroduced to it. and now they can go because you have all the pieces in place. This duology feels like the reverse of that, where it's like, here is so much in the first game, and then in this game, it's like, and here's an end game that's added onto that, and I don't like the end game so far to be. And like that was the other. You were like, oh, when this game goes, it goes, and I'm like, I don't know if it does go actually, because I'm playing this without the benefit of actually playing it and having to sit through all of the nothing happening in the first bit. So I believe that it's very slow until it starts going very fast. But there's no reason for that, and it's going fast, but it's not a fun ride.
It's yeah. So for me, I will say, you know, despite the everything about Grimwood, in terms of he's a lawyer, his name is Grimwood, you know, all the meta reasons to be like, oh, he's probably a bad guy. I was surprised when he showed up in that last cutscene, because I didn't do the extra stuff to have them basically tee it up in advance. And so for me, the when it goes is less this very last part and more everything from Arios came and took Kia and we don't know what's going on. Everything from that sequence through the jailbreak and the raid on Orcus Tower, for me, is where this game actually, like, kind of clicks and is in its element and cool.
So I knew you meant that, and I will say you did remind me. I think the jailbreak section is fucking awesome. I will absolutely.
Yeah, that was good.
But like I remember, I didn't mention this because I would have felt like such a spoil sport. But I remember when like some of the action shit was starting to go down in this last chapter of the game, and you guys were all very especially Mo. I remember being like, "Oh shit is happening," and there were like the 3D cutscenes, and I was kind of sitting here like, they did this in the last game with the escape from the IBC, and that was better, and I cared about what was happening. And now they're just doing it again, but all the villains are dumb.
No, I do agree. I think the high of the Crossbell duology for me is the fucking cutscene where you're driving to the Sun Fort and fucking dodging missiles and shit, and Sergei gets shot while he's driving you, and it's like, holy fuck! Yeah, that's a better version of most of what we're getting here. The thing that makes this one different for me in a remotely positive way is that for me the barrage of reveals of Maribel's a bad guy, I pretty much assumed. Oh, Arios is a bad guy, genuinely caught me off guard. And that hit me so hard that I assumed we were done for reveals, and then there were like 3 more, and so my head was kind of spinning. So like that I thought was kind of cool, because Trails doesn't pace its twists exactly the same every game, but this was the game out of all the ones I've played where I thought they held the most back for as long as they could to some sort of effect, and it worked for me okay. It worked for me okay, I would say.
It's like they slingshot it all, and it's like they keep adding more to the slingshot, but the space between is just like, it's nothing because we're not getting anything in those between moments. We're getting everything that's very predictable, very like, oh, okay, oh, Randy's family is here. Okay, interesting. Oh, he doesn't like them. Okay, interesting. Yes, oh, okay, he's got a war story background. Okay, yes, this all adds up. This is good, this is fine, but it lacks the kick in the balls that we're looking for, like that good near end game trail shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's no single twist is on the level of like the cliffhanger ending of Sky First Chapter for sure.
Yeah.
I think for me, I remember in the end of the first game where it was like, of course, the secret twist villain is the fishing doctor. And I was like, what? Why? Okay. And like, I was never like, it really never made sense. And and they just kind of dropped the fishing shit. And I was like, okay, I'm fine with it though, because his ideology is crazy, but like everything he's done makes sense for him. And I like him as a threat because mind controlling the CGF to take over the town is deeply interesting. And it creates a very fun set piece for the end game that I really like. And in this game, it's also a bunch of like, they're the bad guy. And I'm like, what? Okay. Why? And like, I've talked with you about this, Aram. Like, I think I'm very good at pointing out twists, but only through metatextual clues and never through clues in the text. So I usually just turn my brain off and let things go. It's like at the end of the first game, never ever would have predicted Arios as a villain. And in this game, it's like Arios is a bad guy. And I was like, yeah, that you've been giving me the beats that was going to happen. I don't understand why. I still don't understand why. It feels like they have a little more. They haven't dropped on us yet, so I can't fully talk about it, I guess. But I was like, I don't really understand what I should be feeling, and I think the way the characters are reacting to this and the characters are acting in universe is very weird. And I thought the same thing with Dieter. He's just like, I'm very bad at everything now. And I was like, why is that happening? And Mariabelle's just crazy. And then, it's like, I'm Wald, who should... I really can't get over Wald. No joke, the worst writing choice in Trails. Insane to me. But like at the end of the Cold Steel 1, you've got I don't know if we're allowed to spoil any Cold Steel shit here, so I won't.
I try not to, but yeah.
But, yeah, I won't. But like, there's two, I would say, major character twists at the end of the first game. And one is like cool with a character you don't really have any emotional attachment to, but you're like, you're an interesting character and I didn't see that coming. That's neat. And then the other where, at least for me, because I played the ideal path to set up that twist, whereas Aram did not, and the fact that's possible is a huge issue. But I was like, oh, I have such an emotional investment in this character. And this twist actually makes them more interesting to me, especially because they're actually pretty justified in most of their actions. And it's just like, this is very, like, I care a lot about this twist. And
finally,
then there's a moment
the payoff for G.
Yeah.
And then there's like another, it's not at the very end, because I hate the very end game of Cold Steel 3, but right before there, like a character... Near the end, a character gets shot, and the character who shoots them, I was like, I care a lot about this character.
Yeah,
this is an interesting
I care
sequence.
about this now. Yeah,
this is all good, and it makes sense for them.
Fuck off,
and
Angelica, die.
That's not even the one I'm talking about, but I love that one.
Oh man, that was my favorite part.
I cheered. I actually cheered, though I don't think the game wanted me to be doing that. But yeah, no, it's like, it's such a difference. It's such a difference to be like, I care. Like, I guess the two questions are with these twists, maybe three questions. Did they write this twist for the sake of having a twist rather than actually thinking about all the setup for this? Because if they didn't do that, then the mystery doesn't work. You just wrote it for a twist and it's stupid. Second, do I have any emotional investment in this character's place in the story? Do I care if their status quo changes? And like, I don't really care about Arios that much, but I care a lot about Shizuku. So his betrayal is interesting because it makes her go through emotional shit. Yeah. And that scene with her, I think, is the best thing we saw tonight. And then 3, do the characters react correctly to the twist to other characters? And that's like, this series is
really bad at that one consistently. I think
it's just because everybody is there to see it, and so you can't have people react subjectively to the thing, because if they did, the characters would just be all over the place. Everyone just has to be like, hold in how I feel until I see what Reen does, and then I'll just kind of follow his lead.
I think the only person in this series who has ever reacted to that type of character twist reveal like a human would is Estelle Bright.
Yes.
Yeah.
Estelle, that's why Estelle's good. And that, I still think the ending of the first game is the best twist in the series. And I also think, in part, it kind of fucked up the rest of the series because they set that up for them. And they're like, well, people are going to expect this now. And it's like, you don't have to. If you don't have one, you don't have to. Like, I know it's such a good cliffhanger. And I was gonna like start playing the next game like a month later, but I finished. I was like, I have to play that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, I need to know what happens. And it's such a good twist. And I remember, like, on the other end of things, again, and I like the twist of X character at the end of Cold Steel 1, but like the whole class gets together and and they chase this character out. And I remember Machias, so spoilers, it's not Machias, is the secret bad guy. Machias runs out and goes, so it was bad guy. And that's all anyone has to say. And it's like, yeah, if I played the game like Aram, that might be how the player reacts, but what the fuck what do you mean, so it was that character?
Just
you don't
as
have
I
any
planned.
other reaction?
Just as Machias planned, is really Blue Blanc.
I screen capped that. There's a moment in Cold Steel 2 where Blue Blanc shows up for an optional side quest, and he replaces one of your classmates, and you have to do a pretty hard.
Oh yeah, I was actually
puzzle.
just about to bring that up.
There's like a silly logic puzzle where he's like, I'm one of the people in this room right now. Which party member am I disguised as? And it's Machias. So if you get it right, there's this great shot of Machias ? Standing up and going, so you figured me out. And I have purposefully repeatedly said that to people who haven't played it yet to fuck with it. and be like, ooh, sorry, I almost spoiled the Machias.
Yeah. Someone asked, did we beat the game? No, this is the kind of conversation we would normally have after we were done with the game, but we're fairly close. I will say, we will get more... Maribel doesn't have motivation besides being evil.
Hi, I'm a clown now.
Sucks. And the Red Constellation are just murderers. But we will get more of an explanation of the motivations of Arios and Grimwood. Whether or not they'll satisfy you, I don't know, but yes, they aren't.
Arios is the one who I think might be done in a way I can respect. Grimwood, I'm not holding my breath. Oh, also, I should admit before we go, I was not spoiled on this, but if I'm being totally honest, the reason that from minute one I was like, I don't fucking buy this guy is because at some point in Cold Steel 3, someone is just like, oh yeah, there's like that secret passage in the Grimwood law offices. And like from minute one, I'm like, he is a major bad guy if that's happening. And I should also say, when it became funnier and funnier the longer it took for the reveal, because I was hoping he'd be like, essentially the Mayor of Ruan level twist of just like some arc villain, but instead he's apparently the main antagonist, which that I did not think was going to happen.
Yeah, that I couldn't have predicted.
To answer your question, Lester, are the Grimwood clues missable before that cutscene? All the ones you saw tonight are missable, yes.
Yeah.
And very likely to be missed if you're not using a guide and you don't know, well, I'm gonna go to the cathedral and talk to this random guy in the graveyard, and then I'm gonna go to Tally's general store and talk to Pete. But apparently, like, if you do all of them, Lloyd just straight up figures it out and pretty much tips the player off about it, which I think is kind of neat. I didn't know that was a thing.
I don't mind it. It's nice since he's a detective.
Yeah. But okay, it's pretty late, so we can go ahead and end it here. Oh, now that we're at this part of the game, they finally give us this screen. So
pretty.
Yeah, next week, hopefully, fingers crossed, we can just play next week. But in one more stream, we will be concluding Trails to Azure, and with it, probably Trails streams. Unless it's always possible we might change our minds, go back and do Skythird or Cold Steel or maybe one of the new ones. I guess it could be fun playing one that none of us are spoiled for.
Cold,
yeah.
It'll be years. I have no interest in Reverie at all. I have some interest in third chapter and Cold Steel 5 whatsoever. But from what I have heard about specifically the protagonist of Trails of Black or Koro or however they're going to localize it, that one I would be down for because I think Van sounds like the protagonist I have wanted from these games for 7 installations.
Yeah. Maybe other RPGs. Yeah, we'll. I'll talk to. We'll talk about whether we want to continue doing these at the same time, same kind of content, whatever. But yeah, regardless, that's in the future. For now, we're gonna finish this one. And I hope you all have enjoyed it so far, and that you will enjoy the finale next time. So, for the moment, we'll sign off here. Thanks, chat, for showing up. Thank you, Jello, Austin, and Mo, for reading with me. And we'll see you next time for the finale. Say goodbye to chat, everyone.
Goodbye.
Toodles.